the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
I gotta get a witness. No!
Say, man, you got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
That's true. Sometimes I cry.
Oh! Lick my butthole, he laughed.
From the strangest corners of the internet, here to bring you opinions of the world from an altered perspective. Here are your hosts, the Drunken Peasants.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Drunken Peasants Podcast. It's episode 856. We're doing it live again, 856 times. That's a lot of times to do it live. And we've got Adum joining us again. Welcome back, Adum.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Nice to be here.
We got Scott, also known as Scoot, also known as not Scott Henson. Also know you have a lot of aliases. What are you running from, Scott?
Hot shit, Scott Henson.
No more questions, Ben. How about that?
Ooh.
Okay.
Scott spent a lot of time in Germany and Venezuela.
Oh, he does.
Well, Germany first, then Venezuela after, and everyone seemed fine with both.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're
Very
sick.
suspicious.
Wait, no, you're not sick. You look very healthy.
Thank you.
Oh,
The
man.
healthiest boy.
So, Adam, how you been since we talked to you last?
When was the last time we talked? That was only like a month or so ago, right?
Was it?
How long has it been? I've lost my track. I don't
Yeah,
have any
you
sense of
in
anymore.
time. I think it could have been like 2017. And you're like, yeah, it seems like last month.
He's been in the chat
I don't know.
kind of interacting. Like he sent us the picture of Ted Cruz and his bad hair.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was recent.
Yeah.
And then the time before when I jumped on.
Adam, what if I
Yeah.
told you that was 9 months ago?
That seems about right.
This last
It could be
year.
longer.
This last year has been
Yeah.
like a month. It's been
Yeah,
very
it's
long
exactly.
and very short
my
in the
strat.
same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is my strategy for conquering the whole COVID era. Is just do repetitive tasks and don't go outside, and then everything flies by because every day blends into one.
That's true.
It does. It's just one big shade of
Yeah.
beige for
I mean,
a whole year.
We're already almost
This won't
one
even
third, or
traumatize me.
1/4 of the way through
I'm
2021.
glad you're not traumatized.
Yeah, we are 1/4 of the way through,
Yeah,
basically. right?
almost. Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird that we're a quarter through 2021. It was,
Yes.
it was
Not
New
weird to
Year's
me.
last week. Not
I'm
weird to
still on
Adam,
the
guys, so
same
it's okay.
Just one day.
Yeah, it's like this week, last year, that they shut down Washington State. And they shut down the border about this time last year?
Wow.
Yeah, it was like a week after.
late March, I
yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. After a visit.
Yeah, it was about a week
Yeah,
after.
after we sent you fuckers packing, we're like, shut it down.
Shut it down. Get
Yeah.
Ben and Jeff Holiday out of here.
Paranoid at that part because it was like
Yeah.
I was paying attention to the COVID shit like way before the average person. I did all my panic shopping and blah blah blah. Bought like a bunch of N95 masks before nobody could get them, and like an oxygen concentrator just because I was like that
Yeah.
that paranoid. And then I was like, oh, Ben and Jeff are coming up for a visit.
Yeah.
Across the border.
This is how the zombie outbreak starts.
Yeah,
I will.
was like,
On the way up there, the
"So fine, I'm
Canadian.
glad you came. Nothing bad happened."
Yeah. And I don't think I got sick or anything like that. Jeff claims he got COVID during that trip, but I didn't have any COVID.
Does he?
Really?
I mean, he claims at
How come
some
he didn't
point.
tell me?
Well, he claims that
Yeah,
like.
Jeff kissed all of us.
Well-
That's
Why
bullshit.
would tell anybody.
Well, on the way, well, he says maybe on the way back he got it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got back. I didn't
I
have
don't
any
know about this.
symptoms.
You had some
Adam, should we
stomach
kill
issues.
Jeff?
Ben had some stomach
I think-
issues
I
when he
think-
got
I think
back.
there might be some miscommunication.
And then I had
Two different
stomach
versions of the
issues.
Same story.
And I thought we were going to die. I thought we were all going to die. Because Ben and I both had stomach issues. I was like, oh great, that's COVID, right? It's gonna come out through our buttholes.
Well,
we're
now
done.
we're
No,
dead.
I had stomach issues because I was eating whatever I wanted every day while I was up there and drinking beer until I fell asleep every night. That's why I had stomach issues.
Yeah, well, like I just put two and
That's
two
the move.
together. The world was coming to an
I
end,
will
so
say,
I thought we got the COVID.
I will say though, I was making everyone
Really?
paranoid because I have really bad allergies and they always come up in the spring. But I
Yeah.
did find actually an allergy medicine that works for me, and I haven't had any
Yeah,
symptoms.
I've noticed that because
Yeah.
I'm usually here right with you all the time, and you
Yes.
start turning red and your face is blowing up and
Yep.
you're dying, and that has not happened for a while.
Yeah, I think it almost seems like losing weight helped me with that too.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yep, see, that's the repetitive
is,
thing that I've been doing without leaving my house is just exercising all the time.
Yeah, I've been exercising a lot more now.
Yeah.
I've been eating a
So
lot
a lot more frequent.
I've been doing the
Way to go,
opposite.
Billy.
Yeah.
You are also valid.
It's been a horrible mudslide of a year back into fatitude. So
I mean,
In
your
that you've been
digestive
drinking
system
Kahlua
uses
mudslides
muscles.
nonstop.
I
You
feel
gotta like exercise your digestive system.
yeah, I'm
That's true.
starting.
Like the
Let
muscle
that
power
happen,
that it takes,
or you'll
like
forget
your
how to
esophagus
eat.
muscles, your stomach muscles.
I'm starting to eat a lot
intestinal.
more raw probiotic stuff too.
You drinking the bucha?
I had
Yeah.
four hard buchas
I love
last
it.
night. Alcoholic kombuchas,
Pretty
four
good.
of them. They were okay.
How alcoholic though? There's like
it
not
was
really
7% alcohol.
Yeah, I've had some
Really?
strong ones.
Yeah.
You can actually get alcohol. I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
they were all just like 0.5 or whatever.
No,
No, this
there's
was-
hard kombucha that they make to
I
get you
had
drunk.
no idea. That sounds great.
Yeah, I think it's called
one.
Flying Embers. It was in a green
I've had that
can,
one.
so I got it for St. Patty's Day.
Have you had the ones that are like zero carbs?
Yeah, there was zero carbs.
Okay, yeah, I've had that
Zero
kind.
sugar, zero
Yeah.
carbs. It was like 130 calories a can.
But they taste good.
It tasted a little like mold, and it really made me want to eat a bratwurst. I drank all four happily, and then I watched a movie called Little Children.
Hey,
Little children.
little Jackie Earl Haley
Yeah,
being a cool guy in that movie. Yeah.
he played a gentleman who was not welcome at the
Epstein.
swimming pool.
Yeah, I think he got a bad. I think his character got a bad rap in that movie. I think the movie tricks you into sympathizing with the wrong people in that movie. You watch it again from his point of view.
I was
I
watching.
think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
I did. That was the whole reason to watch it.
Before we go any further, just want to remind everyone: please like the stream if you haven't already. And I do have to plug our Patreon really quick
Like
because
emotionally, not the button. You just have to like.
both. Why not both?
Never the button, just in your heart, like.
Yes. So here's our Patreon. We've got a new goal. We also have a T-shirt if you sign up for the $25 level for 3 months as a bonus, and in addition to all the other stuff you get this T-shirt. I'll show you what it looks like really quick, so all of you guys know. Here it is right here. It's a parody of Cardi B's WAP cover.
It took me a minute.
Yeah. It's me and Billy with beautiful hair. And also.
Which one of you is Cardi, which one of you is Megan?
Yeah.
How do you
White
identify?
ass peasants.
I think we figured out Ben was Meg the Stallion.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to be Meg the Stallion, and then Ben was like,
Just
well,
based on the
she's the one in the
position.
position of the picture.
Yeah.
So Ben called Meg the Stallion.
I don't even know who she is.
Yeah, it's very, very unfortunate for me.
He's a horse.
Yes.
A male horse, which is weird.
We're
Yeah.
we're trying to get the Patreon up higher so that we're dangling the carrot of a 10-hour bonus, super bonus show with lots of guests and all kinds of stuff. We're gonna plan like a month ahead of time for it for everyone to make it special. It's not something we're gonna throw together last minute. The number here is misleading, I found, because it doesn't factor in the annual patrons.
Well, that's because it breaks up the annual patronage per month. You only get this. Only
Do we know if
evaluates
it does
each
it
month.
for this number though?
Yeah, this number is getting 1/12 of that, and it's going to divvy it up over the month because over the year. So
We know for a fact that it does that.
yes, that's why it's doing that.
Okay, because it's very confusing.
Yeah, it does that so that you get someone who signs up for a year, and that pledge is spread out the entire year, and it doesn't just have one big one today and then it drops 11/12 next month. You know. So
I just thought it wasn't including the number of.
no, it just spreads it out over the course of a year to
Could you share with me where you found this information? Because I was looking for it everywhere, and
It's-
it did not.
It's for one, it's logic. And for two,
another,
math.
it's Patreon.
For two, it's
so
math.
it's some shit you're saying.
Yes, exactly.
Right. Thank you for backing me up, because usually I'm alone with him and no one else is backing me
Prove
up.
me wrong. Prove me
I
wrong.
on Wikipedia under the entry made 4 hours ago by the user BT Fridge.
Prove me wrong.
You're the one making the positive claim. You have to provide the evidence.
That's not true. I gave you an answer.
That's not evidence, though.
Oh, I didn't say I give you evidence.
To his credit, he did say words at you, so now it's on you.
I don't need evidence. It's math and science. Do the math. I did it in my head. It makes 100% sense.
Okay, I'll look it up later and figure it out.
My buddy and me, Seinfeld, have been looking into transcendental meditation lately. So I just get the answers. They come to me.
I just out of curiosity looked up the Grammys thing of Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. It's pretty tame. I don't know.
Yeah, everybody's like, "Oh, this is porn. You're watching adult."
It's just girls doing butts.
And also, no one watches the Grammys anyway. So, like, you're to complain about it is to bring more eyes to it.
Exactly.
Really.
8 million people watch the Grammys. 8 million people watch the Grammys. 200 million people complained about Cardi B.
Every single awards show over the past 5+ years, but increasingly so, they'll show their ratings, they'll list their ratings, and then everybody will jump at the opportunity to try and explain why. They'll be like, this is just how detached the Grammys is. They don't know how to connect with their audience anymore. It's because they're too pornographic or blah, blah, blah. And nobody just like goes to the Occam's razor of like, nobody watches TV anymore. Like, if you had the Grammys and Oscars and Emmys
faster.
Like, sorry, what were you saying?
I was going to say they're going the Grammys and award show ratings are going down at a way faster rate than people are not watching TV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Are they?
I'm telling you. Yes, they literally are.
Well, anecdotally, I
prove it,
disagree.
Scott. We need evidence, Scott.
I need a real anecdote.
Because he talks about it in reference to wrestling ratings like every week, so that's how I know.
Okay.
He researches that.
Wrestling.
Yeah, but I don't know. Wrestling, it's like
no, I'm not
passionate about that.
I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying I know the rate at which people are not watching TV, and it's not as much as people are turning off award shows.
Yeah, nobody really cares about award shows right now. Half the people think they're racist. The other half of the people think they're stupid.
Not racist enough.
That's what you would say, Scott, because you have beautiful blue eyes and blonde hair.
Look at those babies. Come on.
They're baby.
I'm baby.
We should go to like a kink nightclub undercover and just see what it's like for incels in a kink nightclub. Let's do it. The incel undercover expose.
Oh, I don't understand.
Welcome to my world.
Who's the incel? Is it you? Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, Scott and I.
Okay.
Scott and I go to a kink club as incels, and we're like, this is what happens when you walk in and you're an incel to a kink club. So all these incels be like, oh yeah, it's a waste of time. Or they'll be like so welcoming, before you know it, you got stuff up your butt and you're happy.
I mean, you don't have to. The only way for someone to find out you're an incel is if you declare it loudly when you enter the room. Is that your plan?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, incels are here.
Ladies and gentlemen, no one is fucking me.
The record screeches the second we walk in, because there's got to be a DJ at all the kink clubs, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
DJ Khaled. My favorite.
DJ Calories.
DJ Khaled.
The best.
That's cruel, Adam.
It's because he's fat.
You know,
he has the best calories.
Hey, Adam, what does DJ Khaled say after he eats a whole pizza?
I don't remember.
Another one.
Did you hear about the time that he went on a diet?
You smart. No.
DJ Salad.
Ah, very nice.
Boo.
What else?
Ben, you look really happy right now.
I'm just listening.
I think it was the dichotomy of how good mine was and how bad yours was. It really like gave Ben whiplash.
Makes sense, yeah.
Oh, man. Oh. Yeah.
If this is a dick measuring contest, Scott, I'd only pull out enough to win.
Let's check out Zack Snyder's Justice League trailer, and I don't even know how much longer is the new one compared to
the new one
original.
is 4 hours and 2 minutes, and the original one I think was 2:17.
So almost 2 hours of extra footage.
Yeah, I could be wrong about the 2:17. I'm gonna look that one up.
They've got like 4 minutes of Jesus Joker or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they brought back Jared Leto's Joker. It's something we all wanted.
Let's see.
Yeah,
the world was clamoring for it.
Yeah, 4x3.
Yeah, you guys can see the
So
trailer.
the entire movie looks like this.
Yes, it's box. It's 4x3 box ratio.
It's like watching TV when I was a
He should
kid.
have done
Yes.
black and white.
Well,
He
I guess
shouldn't-
there
he
is
shouldn't
a.
have held back. He should have done black.
I
and
heard
white.
there
don't
is
know
a
why he
black
didn't
and
go
white.
for it.
There is a black and white version.
Uncut original footage of this film. They had Dark Side in it, but then they cut it for the theatrical release, and now they're bringing it back.
Maybe, yeah.
Basically, the
Joss Whedon did
Thanos
some
of the
crazy
DC
shit.
universe.
Yeah, or they reshot it. I don't know. They changed the way Steppenwolf looked between the two films quite a bit. They had a big CGI
He's
upgrade.
like pointier.
And
yeah.
Affleck as Batman,
Did you
never.
just say 4 more years? What did I just
For
hear?
one, Affleck as Batman was the best part about any of the new DCEU. I guess Wonder Woman was all right. Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman was all right, but
They got the best Batman, Ben Affleck, and the best Joker, fucking Jared Leto.
Yeah.
I forgot his name.
Ben Affleck was a great Batman. Fight me.
These would be flawless without Joss Whedon.
Batman vs Superman
You know?
was so
We would have,
boring.
like,
It was so.
Yeah.
Joss Whedon came in and just like up color corrected everything to be bright, and then refilmed a bunch of jokes, and then CGI'd.
People could see the movie. Yeah? No? Okay, sorry. Go give it to Zach. I don't care.
And then Whedon shot a bunch of close-up stuff
now
of
they're
Henry
doing,
Cavill
like,
with a mustache and to
The
CGI the
Suicide
mustache
Squad,
out.
starring Megan the Stallion.
That's a good Suicide Squad. I will watch Megan Thee Stallion. I'm changing.
People right now saying this was actually not bad. This is actually pretty good, and then I see they're rating it.
To want to watch this movie a second time, twice as long. If you're that sick and you've waited multiple years to see this movie twice as long as it was, if you're that sick, you're going to give it a good rating because it's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah, you're probably going to convince yourself into thinking it was at least not that bad.
You don't understand. This isn't even about the movie. This is about the DC fans wanting to have like some sort of like comparison to Marvel. Like,
oh yeah,
it's not even about their
Anything
enjoyment
good.
of the film. It's about whether or not other people enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because they need that to validate their comic book thing, right?
When the trailer
So-
came out, there was a guy on Twitter, just some big super fan. He tweeted, he said, I can't believe that everybody's praising WandaVision CGI when you can look at this. And he had a picture of Darkseid. How great this is. How wonderful this CGI is in this trailer compared to this WandaVision scene where she's just throwing color around. And it's like, dude, that was a TV show. All right, for Disney
I'm like,
Plus.
you know that's TV, right?
And this is a movie that literally has been re-released 2 years after it came out. And you want to like compare the two? Get out of here!
And
Get out of here!
The first time had like that weird Henry Cavill mustache thing.
That's so great.
Like that's in the history books of bad CG. Like that.
It's a classic.
That's so
a meme.
that's so good. Like when the opening scene is a close up on his face. And you can just see his upper lip dancing around with CGI.
Oh,
like,
that's so funny.
what was the
Like a
budget
fucking-
on the movie? And that's
like a
what it looked
Snapchat
like.
filter.
Oh,
Like $100 million?
I bet you the Joss
See, I
Whedon
will-
reshoots alone was at least $100 million on top of what Snyder already did.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know why he decided to just change it around so much when he got control over it. It's like when you're like, okay, imagine you're a director. I don't care how established you are. Another director already started filming a movie and they're like a good amount through it. and then they have a family crisis where there was like a suicide in their immediate family, and you're
Suicide
jumping in.
Squad?
Whose immediate reaction to that would just be like, we're changing the whole fucking thing, right?
Joss Whedon.
If that's what happened with Joss Whedon,
I don't
like,
know,
why
an
would you
egomaniac?
just like bite the bullet a bit and be like, let me try, and even if you don't like Zack Snyder or his movies, just a normal, reasonable, not psychotic person would just be like, okay, let me try and do what they wanted with because they'd all already started anyway. Like it was already in motion. Why would you want to like reshoot and redo all that shit?
Well, I think
side note. Sorry, I'll let you. Yeah.
I think Whedon's idea probably was cut it down a bit and stretch out the story so you can build like a franchise out of it, since that's what he did with Avengers. Bring a little of that lightened color and comedy and stretch it out.
He didn't do that. Avengers was the cumulative product of that, not the start of that. Avengers isn't responsible for other spin-offs existing. Avengers is like the end result of the spin-offs leading up to it. So I don't know if I can credit Joss Whedon for that.
I think DC might find more success in the television type format if they do that. And I think the Endless, the Sandman show coming out, that might be something that they do that's actually received way better than these movies.
Spider-Man 3 show?
It's Spider-Man 3 the series.
Yeah, they
there's
probably
this like really funny there's this funny meme because Sam Raimi, and especially the Raimi Spider-Man films, has a very cult following, especially with internet meme culture right now. And there was kind of a funny meme with all of these actors being now signed on to the Tom Holland Spider-Man third one that are from the Raimi universe. And now Sam Raimi is directing the next Doctor Strange film with the same composer, Simpsons composer. What is his name? I forget.
Danny Elfman.
Thank you. Danny Elfman doing the score again. And people are just saying like, oh, what if he just says he's doing Doctor Strange 2, but we actually get a Spider-Man 4? You know, I would love to buy a ticket for Doctor Strange 2, and all of a sudden it's like opening scene is like emo Toby, and he's like, I'm back, and starts dancing like
I'm back.
Keep the time.
Supposedly it's gonna have a big tie-in with Spider-Man 3. They're
That's
talking.
my assumption. Why else would he be directing?
Well, they're talking about
like this weird
opening up the multiverse. In a way.
Exactly. Like, Doctor Strange is how you get the whole alternate universe shit, right? Spider-Man is already filled with that stuff, as we've seen from the animated one, and obviously the comics. All these weird alternate universe, Black Spider-Man, et cetera, et cetera. There's every Spider-Man you could possibly think of exists, right? So yeah, why not? You can literally combine the film universes. And watch them fight. I don't know I don't know what the end goal is.
I don't know what happens after you do that, but the first part does sound cool.
Yeah.
I guess
the only thing that makes me like not excited about it is the fact that John Watts is directing that movie with all of them being confirmed in the cast. So he's the director of the two most recent Tom Holland ones, Gone Home and whatever the other one, fucking Lost in San Francisco, whatever the title is. So his directing style is just so fucking boring and like reverse shot, like just terrible, like zero personality. And part of the reason why the Sam Raimi films were so great was because of the directing personality. It's because he was bringing like a lot of creative camera work and like Evil Dead style visual gags and stuff to
they're fun
a superhero
to watch.
franchise. Yeah, like it's not just it's Toby. That's not the only reason people like it. It's like obviously the director's the biggest part of why those movies are so memorable.
See, I liked the two Spider-Man Tom Holland films. I thought they were really interesting, and they feel like I'm a fan of the Marvel Universe though, so they kind of become points of change in the universe.
Sure, but you surely didn't find anything interesting about the way it was shot, right?
Well, I mean, I don't have to. When I go to a Marvel movie, I don't really look for that. What I was
talking about is specifically just like the framing cinematography.
That's what Sam Raimi does, though. That's his catch. He tries to make something for $1 look like it was worth $1 million. He's just a practical effect and everything. He's really great at that. And
Army of Darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the practical effects
Did,
in that movie.
Did either of you see Drag Me to Hell?
No.
Did
That's
I?
like Sam Raimi. It's a 2009 horror movie directed by Sam Raimi. And it's very much like callback to Evil Dead, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have watched it. I'm trying to remember.
It's so much fun.
I need to watch it. My roommate.
That's a great movie.
My roommate was hanging out with us when we were all in Vegas, and he brought up. He's texting me right now. He's like, did Adam ever watch Hal Hartley? I told him to watch Hal Hartley movies. Do you ever watch Hal Hartley movies? So I don't know.
When somebody asks me to watch something, I press a button on my IMDb account and I add it to my watch list, and then I fucking get to it at some point. No, that's not true. So what I'm doing, basically, I do like a lot of like best of the year list stuff, and so I've got a huge backlog on that at the moment, and so I'm literally right now going through my 2016 list. So I'm going to be trying to catch up on those. It's just that I had to put them to the side for a bit. And so when I prepare for one of my list things, like my 2016 list, I literally just go on my IMDb account. Every single thing that's in my watch list from that year, it doesn't even matter how it got there, or most of them I don't know how they got there. I'm like, I don't even know why this is here, but I find them and I watch them, and even if it means just like, oh, this is bullshit in the first 10 minutes and I skip through the rest, it's something that I at least tried to watch. So that's how I get through them. Yeah. So anything within. Eventually, I will have covered every single year of film if I pick up the pace.
I was gonna say, will you or will you die first? Because I think you'll die first.
No. Well,
unless you drastically change the pace.
$500. And you can bill that to my estate.
Can I just take that off the tab off of our electric car bet? Sorry, self-driving car bet.
For that?
I believe it was $12 million, or loser kisses the winner. I can never remember.
Okay, well we'll bring Kiss Cam back next year. It's canceled due to COVID this year.
Yep.
But yeah, I like, because I do remember betting because I believed the car manufacturers when they said those things, and so I was just like,
guys,
why would
he
they lie?
believed the car manufacturers.
What was it exactly?
No, hold on. If we're gonna talk about like whether or not like oil is harmful, it's not a question of like, are cars bad? It's like, where will the technology be, right? So I didn't see any reason why they would lie about that. I don't know. It seemed like that's where the technology was, and it was.
So what was it
like
exactly?
Moving up.
Yeah, what was the bet?
Well, my bet was like, because there was a lot of hype about self-driving cars, and several different industries and big names were saying that there would be self-driving cars by 2020. To what extent? Maybe the lines were a little bit blurred there, because maybe you could argue that it's like, oh, we do have self-driving, but they're not really fully self-driving. Like, they haven't really figured out like snow yet, I don't think. Like, there's a few different, like, we don't, there's no car you can purchase on the market where you could be like, I'm not driving, and just hover away from the dealership with your arms, towards your head.
We bet. I think it was in 2015. We bet.
Yeah, but I just don't know how much we bet for. Is like, if you're gonna convince me that it was over $100, I would not believe you, because I don't make those kinds of
falls. The major lift.
I don't think I'm going to try to convince you that. I'm going to get that goddamn kiss.
Hallelujah.
Okay, we'll kiss.
Hallelujah. Come on, everyone. Sing it with me.
I've been in an autonomous car, but it had to have an operator sitting there to take the controls. Was
it a sovereign car? Can you not arrest it?
When we were in Vegas, we were in that.
I've been in an autistic car. It was a Honda
Was it
Element.
the one you were driving?
The windshield is a TV screen that plays anime the entire time.
Now that's a car. Now you're talking.
Yeah, when we were in that self-driving car, it was they had to have an operator because they weren't allowed to be self-driving on the casino lot.
Right.
And then once he drove off the lot, he just like went
Switched
into
it.
self-driving, pulled his phone out, was like texting and looking back
Shot
at us.
himself in the head and said good luck.
Yep.
Yeah, and then there was another woman in the car that was like telling us everything about the car. Like she was getting data, or she was telling us the data and where it's going to be in 3-4 years, what level they're at as far as autonomy
What did she
goes.
say? Did she lie to you too?
I was, kind of a little bit. I mean, I was drunk.
I don't know if she lied. She said the projection was that they were in level 3 of autonomy and they had to get to level 5.
Right?
She's a liar.
They had to get to level 5 before it could be self-driving for like without an operator behind the wheel. And so they were working towards that. And I think there's a lot of red tape with laws in certain states where you're probably going to need 10 years of having the technology there before they will allow it to happen in just everyday use.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever going to happen in our lifetime where like we can program our car to go somewhere and sleep. Like
in our lifetime.
I think it will.
I think it'll totally
You think so?
Towards the end of our lifetime.
So you think like
I give it.
you're 10 years younger than me, by the way.
Pretty and amazing bird.
Yeah, but he's going to die before you.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm gonna die before you.
Adam, have you ever said anything sweet to
As soon
Dusty
as he
the
finishes
Cockatiel?
all his movie years.
That would be awesome, though, if you could, like, if I wanted to go to the other side of the country and I could just program my car and then I could, like, sleep for 8 hours while my car drives 8 hours. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I don't like technology is kind of like exponential too. Like this is a technological based improvement, like that's what we're talking about. Think about what video games were doing 15 years ago compared to today, right? Like I don't know, they're not.
Vice City was like 15 years ago. That's the best game ever.
See, the thing is, though, when public safety is a factor, then it's going to move a lot more slowly.
I know, but as soon as you have if you have hard evidence that it is safer to use the self-driving car than otherwise, then that might help speed things up.
I'm
They
also
have
guessing.
to be so sure and have everything so solid.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
The first person that is killed by a self-driving car, even though people get killed by human-driven cars all the time, there's going to be a gigantic freak out.
Oh, and
well, the problem is like people are way too emotional over anything, right? So the question, even if you could prove that like you're statistically 1,000,000 times less likely to die in a self-driving car than by yourself, I think there will be a strong amount of people that are so emotionally invested to this idea, whether real or not, that they're in control. And so it's like, if I'm going to die, I want to be like the person, I want it to be my fault. Like, I don't want to die that's like out of my, control sort of thing. Like, I think that there's a large amount of people that think that way. So.
Here's another thing too. I can almost guarantee that eventually the police will be able to just stop your self-driving car without your permission.
Yeah.
If they want to.
Is there already something they can do, like a kill switch with a North Star?
OnStar?
OnStar? Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Fist of the North Star?
But like, how is that different than anything else they could be doing to stop you? Like, they could shoot at you.
They could drive you directly to jail.
Are you really, like, if the police are after you, you're not going to get away anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter.
If the cops want to stop my car and that will keep them from shooting me in the face, I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Like,
do one car stop,
Yeah, I don't
please.
know.
I
It's
prefer
like-
a car stop. I'll take the car stop.
Yeah, I mean,
vaporize your weapon in your car.
Yeah, because anyone could like pack a self-driving car full of explosives and run it into a building without even having to be in it, if that's the case, right? Well, they'd have to make it so that.
I can't wait for a video saying that getting played like 5 years from now.
I'm saying it could happen.
You can do that anyway. You can like remote control operate a vehicle. You don't have to be in it.
Yeah.
If you really want it.
Let's talk about all the kinds of terrorism we can do.
Hey!
Number one.
I'm gonna go grab Gael. I think we need a bit of input.
Get Gael here. He's gonna want to be in on this.
I need an expert.
The new terrorism is love.
That's what Tucker Carlson tells me, and I believe him.
I stopped
the Stallion.
Lost the bow
Loved
tie.
That woman on stage.
Adam, did you get blocked by Dave
beginning to the
Rubin
end.
that day?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I decided it was time. It was the moment I was ready for it.
Man's life when he has to get blocked by Dave Rubin.
It was the day Larry King died.
Yeah, because I thought that was bullshit. Like
the clip.
There's the clip of Larry King like pleading with Dave Rubin to take the virus seriously, and then he gets COVID and dies, and Dave Rubin's all like, "My best friend in the world, Larry King, that obviously doesn't like me, but I'm gonna pretend he does because that boosts my credibility." And I just Dave Rubin's like one of the most like intellectually dishonest people that exists, whether to himself or to others. I think he lies to himself just as often as he lies to other people. He's not a genius. He's a fucking dumbass.
When you're that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's willfully deluded. He's drank his own Kool-Aid and he loves the taste.
Yeah, that's the move. We should all be so lucky.
Check out his stand-up if you ever get a chance. It's some of the cringiest stand-up.
I also enjoy cutting myself.
To talk about Dusty the Cockatiel's beauty. Why is that apparently so much to ask?
I don't know. David Hardy,
what is that?
Ask for another $20 in like 5 minutes.
Is Dusty the Cockatiel a beautiful bird?
Choose your answer wisely.
Dusty is actually a regular guest.
Am I allowed to get a picture?
I think we could probably pull one up, but
Dusty was my co-guest 2 weeks ago.
A cockatiel.
It's gone Dusty, Asterios, Adam.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I can find it here.
Yeah, David Hardy, Dusty's owner, says, "Can Adam tell Dusty the Cockatiel that he's a beautiful, amazing, cute, adorable, sweet, charismatic, pretty, and amazing bird?"
I might need to see that written down.
Yeah. It's a lot to ask.
I might need a teleprompter.
Yeah, can we get a teleprompter going?
Yeah, here's Dusty the Cockatiel.
Ah. Yeah,
it's a beautiful bird and a weird fucking owner.
Yes. He learned from Pimp Monk.
Based on the hand, or do you know this person?
Oh, we know. He likes to go around in supermarkets.
Says, yeah, pretty confident saying that.
He sends videos of us going through supermarkets farting in all the different aisles.
Or at Olive Garden with his mom. He'll fart.
The videos.
He'll do farts. We got video proof of how endearing Dusty's owner is.
Endearing. I like that as a word. Yeah, let's go with endearing.
Yeah.
He should hook up with the white guys fart on my face guy.
They should just become like a podcast where they trade.
You don't know about the white guys?
Cakefarts.com is what they should do.
Dude,
where the hell are my cake farts?
I've been a champion for cake farts. I almost started a cake farts OnlyFans when it boomed.
Billy, do it.
I just wanted to blow farts into cakes.
This guy really wants to get into white male fart porn.
And I'm letting y'all know, and I'm not giving up. This is my March thing. White guys fart in my face matters. White guys fart in my face matters. White guys
I'm aware of this person.
Thursday Lane.
Yeah.
But you know what? They own it. They know what they like. And yeah, this is like what's kind of amusing about this is because like whenever somebody says some like weird sexual shit on the internet and everybody's like, "That's so cringe, bro. Let's share it because it's so cringe," and they're like so disgusted by it. Like, we got to let everybody know how like wrong this is. But almost all of these people, if they're posting that online, have a humiliation fetish, and you are helping them get off by being like, "Oh, this is so wrong because you should be ashamed of yourself," right? And they're like, "Oh yeah, oh thank you." So it's like you're getting them off. Well, I don't know, fuck you. If that's what if you want to get them off.
And the people doing that know that everyone is good, basically. Everyone
knows
their role. Everyone is helping. People are generally good.
That's why I'm so mean to everybody. I figure half of them are getting off to it.
Exactly. I am right now.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You whack him.
Dwight Langston says, "Dusty told me to touch him or he'd fire me." Dwight, if Dusty's your boss, then you need to go to HR at the bird store and complain.
Billy,
does Dusty have firing powers?
I guess.
Billy, did you hear about the new restaurant in Everett that got vandalized because of its name? This is ridiculous.
Was it the N-word?
Up the muffin to you.
Was it
Vandals
Soup Nazi?
have targeted a new business in Everett with an offensive name. This restaurant is called the Soup Nazi Kitchen.
The Soup Nazi
That's pretty
Kitchen.
good.
The name seemingly referencing the famous line from Seinfeld, but obviously it's massively offensive, taken out of the specific context of that TV show and that episode.
Maybe that's a bad
Camera found
idea.
the word Nazi
Yeah, so someone came and like broke their window and everything.
Man,
blacked out, as you saw there. Overnight, we found several
I
windows.
wonder if it was a Nazi or an anti-Nazi that got offended. Because what if a Nazi was like, "You're appropriating my culture"?
Yeah.
Well, what if someone who hates Seinfeld?
Which could be a Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
Restaurant broken. The mayor of Everett, Cassie Franklin, says because of recent U.S. Supreme Court decisions, the city is restricted on how it can ban signs based on how hateful or offensive they might be.
It's not hateful or offensive,
yeah,
right?
It's a joke from Seinfeld. It's like a 30-year-old joke. Like what?
But you just got to put that in parentheses next to the title.
I just know a lot of other 30. I know a lot of other
Like dumb
jokesters
Starbucks.
that 30 years ago were funny, like Bill Cosby show, all those Weinstein comedies that came out. So 30 years does not excuse anything. But this is the Soup Nazi Kitchen. If anything, the only person I can validate, the only people I can validate is the writers of Seinfeld who wrote that episode attacking this for them
I thought you were
stealing
going
a
to say
joke.
the only people are Nazis that can validate it.
Yes, I only validate Nazis and the cast of Seinfeld for doing this attack against this soup kitchen.
Fair. And those two groups would not get along.
It's kind of what Jojo Rabbit wound up doing, Taika Waititi. Like, all of the marketing that I saw for that film, all the posters and shit, they always had some phrase underneath it saying like an anti-hate story or something. It's like
It was
just
like
so nobody
an
gets
anti-hate
confused.
satire. I think they kept calling it. Yeah,
a satire. It's like
Yeah.
what we do on Twitch when we yell satire.
A lot of people don't know this who haven't
was
seen
Taika
Jojo
Waititi.
Rabbit. Jojo Rabbit was Calvin and Hobbes, but Hobbes was played by Hitler.
Yeah,
the director Hitler.
Wouldn't you read Calvin and Hitler? Wouldn't that be a good comic?
Yes. It's good stuff. No, it's not good stuff. Wait,
but Hitler's still a tiger. Then it's
yeah. Now Scott's got a boner. Chill.
It's not just a regular tiger. He's like transforming at the same time.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Adam, don't humiliate.
Getting a boner.
Oh.
Oh no.
I'm gonna grab a drink real quick.
Oh, I'm so embarrassed.
Yeah, making a restaurant called the Soup Nazi Kitchen, that's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I like opening that restaurant in 2021. That's fun for everyone.
But that being said, I like that they had the balls to do it, and I kind of wish that we would have let them either pass or fail on their own merit, and not have to attack their window.
I agree.
Established in 2021.
Yeah.
They just had to show you how, hey, by the way.
Yeah, we just now became the Soup Nazi
By
Kitchen.
the way.
Yeah.
Guys, have you heard about Seinfeld? We just started watching this show. It's pretty funny.
There was like a really, as far as I remember, it's pretty good. There's a fish and chips place in close to Vancouver called Moby Dick's, and there were some people angry about it out of nowhere. They opened up like a new location, and some like really fucking annoying bougie people were like, "It says Dick's in the name."
Really?
You can't allow that.
In the Midwest, in the Midwestern United States, there's a chain of sporting goods stores called Dick's, and it literally says
Yeah,
Dick's.
I'm aware of that too.
Yeah.
Like fucking ban the name then.
Yeah, you think that's bad? I ordered a Walt Whitman sampler, and it was just a Wayfair cabinet full of little boys.
How much was the cabinet?
$10,000.
Oh yeah.
Not bad. How many
bad.
boys?
7.
Okay, that's a steal, Billy. Come
I
on,
know.
what are you complaining about?
I know. A Walt Whitman sampler. It's a joke about Walt Whitman's proclivities for young boys. That was the joke.
He's an American treasure, first of all. Let's not speak ill.
Walt Whitman is a wonderful
poets.
writer. Wonderful
And
writer.
secondly, you got 7 boys for less than $1,500 a pop.
It was
so
a
quit
really good
complaining.
deal. It was a steal.
Oh, they just extended the border closure another 30 days.
What?
I saw it on the news.
I should
not.
I should probably get my passport now.
Dude, you've been saying this for 2 years.
Yeah,
Stop, Billy. You haven't gotten your passport in 12 years. You're not getting it.
A year ago, I went and I got my birth certificate so that I could get my passport, and then when I went to get my passport, it was all shut down for COVID. So I was like, great,
it's open again.
Well, I know now. I got to try again. I didn't hurry because the border was shut down anyways. So I was like, who cares? But now it's about to open.
They last 10 years, right?
Yeah. But I mean, I wasn't going to be able to use it anyways until the border was
You
back
find
open.
so many excuses.
I mean, it's a reason.
Had a valid passport.
The what?
Yeah.
The last time
none of my stuff
I've
was
never
expired.
had a valid passport.
Ever.
What?
Yeah, when I used to come to Canada, you could just come through with your birth certificate. And then when they changed that law, I just stopped going to Canada.
Oh, that was like pre-1984.
No, not 84. It was 2008.
Yeah, I was doing it.
Well, then why do they call it 1984? I thought that's when all the government shit happened.
Yeah. That's when President George Orwell made all the new rules.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He said, you're not allowed to have freedoms anymore. Sorry.
Nope. And we're
President
watching.
George Orwell.
It's George Orson Welles is the guy's
George
name.
Orson Welles.
Get it right.
Young hot George Orson Welles or old drunk George
It's
Orson
funny
Welles?
that you mention
Fat
Orson
Elvis
Welles,
Orson Welles.
because I had this video of Orson Welles drunk on the set of.
I love this.
Turn camera.
Oh,
This is one of the best things ever.
classic.
With overlap, action please.
Look at this.
How much does Orson Welles exude the being of Grumpy Cat right now?
He's killing it.
This is just 100% Grumpy Cat.
Flashed.
I love this.
Action awesome please.
Just do anything?
No, sorry, cut.
Well, that's just grapes, not real grapes. I've eaten 7 plastic berries. What the hell?
I mean, I like booze too. I couldn't imagine being a director and then being hired onto someone else's directing project, asked to do a very basic thing, like say a line, but getting so shit-faced when you show up that you ruin the whole thing. Like, come on, you're kind of
Say it like that. It sounds very funny.
This is
so I would do that.
It's funny for us, but
this is back when
I
if
couldn't
you
imagine being the director here, like how frustrated I would be.
But if you were good at what you did at this point in time in Hollywood, you can get away with anything. As long as you were good at what you did.
Ego.
Yeah, it's interesting though. It is
I don't know.
weird.
By this point, he was kind of like washed up, though.
Oh,
Like,
but he can still get
he
away.
wasn't really selling.
When Marlon Brando was washed up, he still was able to tell Frank Oz as the director to talk to him as Miss Piggy, or else he'd leave the film. Like that's psycho. But he's Marlon Brando.
And when Marlon Brando was washed up, he did The Island of Dr. Moreau, the best movie he's ever done.
Damn.
Rolling. 102, take 2.
All my songs.
Ah, the French champagne.
Champagne.
Has been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul.
Pay attention to the extras here. Like the man pouring the bottle is so like every time he's about to do it, he's thinking like the director's gonna say cut right now, right? No. Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe we're still doing this take.
Like this is a take I'm continuing with. Like we're just gonna.
Really? We're still going? Okay.
Fuck it. Okay.
Fuck it. And then the director calls cut right as he starts to pour the champagne because the director really just didn't want to waste champagne. He was letting Wells work himself out of this fucking mess up until the point the champagne started to pour. He's like, wait, cut. Nope, don't waste the champagne.
It's Paul Masson. It's not cheap champagne. So come on, you gotta conserve.
Well, he doesn't want to have to re-clean the
Fermented in the
glass and
bottle.
everything. You know, he's cutting. He's cutting so they could do take 2 without having to do too much damage to the bottle. Like he's
If it's a
saving.
California champagne, why do you call it a champagne? Isn't that?
Yeah, you
You're
can't.
not allowed to do that.
Yeah, you might have said wine. because you can't call it a California champagne. That's
It has to be, the grape has to come from France.
Okay, you're gonna need to fucking rewind, and we're gonna hear this line again.
Let's see if he's a liar.
Should we go to take 3 or should we watch take 2 again?
False advertising.
He mentions French champagne, but then says there's some California bullshit that tastes like the French.
Yeah, does he say California champagne is the question?
That's the question.
It's fermented in the bottle.
Oh, I need to go back a little more, don't I?
It's fermented in the bottle.
Yeah, he says.
Fucking bust Orson Welles. This is gonna be so good.
California champagne, but
it's almost.
He calls it a California champagne. He's a liar.
Champagne.
I mean, he's
He
drunk.
says it. He's a liar. It's
He's
not
drunk.
a champagne.
champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson,
I
inspired
believe that's his line.
by that same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
If I was Hot Pocket, I would take this footage and I would get a voice actor and CGI to have him like talk this way about their Hot Pockets. Like, this is delicious Hot Pocket. Yeah, it's just pizza roll experience is excellence. And then that'd be my commercial. I'd make $1 million and sell Hot Pockets all day.
In the tradition of the French pizza rolls, here's Totino.
The French pizza makers from the Champagne region of Italy.
102, take 3. Action, please.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul
He was
Masson.
awoken from like a possession or something. Like he was in some kind of like actual trance. He was. The French make the best champagne, but California makes good champagne too. By Paul Masson.
Inspired by that same French excellence, it's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
Yeah, see, the guy even knows. He's like, the director does not want me to pour this fucking champagne. He's holding the bottle like, you're going to call cut before I waste this fucking bottle? And we have to refill the fucking bottle?
Yeah.
The actor is 100% in on the direction. Like, would you call cut so I don't pour this
So what was the
fucking
best take they had? Is the actual version of that commercial out there?
Yeah, does the commercial exist is the question, or did they just
I
give
can't
up?
imagine it does. I'm guessing they just got someone else and did a new shoot. I don't think this was ever made to air. There was
I wonder
nothing.
if it actually aired.
Boobry says it exists. Boobry lives in...
Oh, I found there is a link, yeah. If you just search it on YouTube, Orson Welles champagne commercial is the second result for me. I can actually give you a link if you want. Hold on.
Boobry, are you in Norway? Did they only release this commercial in Norway? They cut it like hell? Of course they did. Of course they did.
Yeah, it was probably like they brought him back for another day of shooting, maybe too. I don't know.
There's nothing like this delicious California champagne and ham and cheddar Hot Pockets.
There's another good one of him. I think I've only ever seen audio of it, not video. Because they spoofed both of these on The Critic.
Oh yeah.
I loved that show.
Great show. And
I still haven't seen it. I would love to.
It's a fun show.
And they did a crossover with The Simpsons that was great.
Yeah.
Look at Orson Welles' fucking ham hands.
Yeah.
You never see fat hands like this in commercials.
For its excellence.
Oh God, yeah, he sounds way more articulate at this point.
Are these Orson Welles ham hands, or is this?
It's got to be voiced over afterwards. Yeah.
All right.
Either ADR or a different day of shooting. They had to come back. Like who knows?
Or Maurice Marsh doing
for its excellence.
Are those somebody else's ham hands?
By Paul Masson, inspired by that same French excellence.
Yeah, it's like a voiceover or something.
I think it's ADR. Yeah.
Perhaps they were there long enough that he sobered up. Perhaps
It's fermented in the
this is
bottle.
like 4 or 6 hours later.
Or they brought him into the studio later, like, you're going to need to re-record your fucking lines.
That's implying that he stopped drinking at some point. Why would you think that?
Maybe they had the guy waiting for him to wake up.
Champagne.
Oh, they tricked him.
Have you ever done that? There's like somebody that's like such a fucking like messy, clumsy drunk that's being a big shit, and then you just give them something and you say there's alcohol in it, but there isn't. I've done that a bunch of times. It's like it's literally a victimless crime.
I've had like that sparkling grape
like,
juice.
I just made you a drink.
Yeah, Ben's been served a few sparkling waters.
A Moscow Mule, and it's just ginger beer. Like, yeah, stop fucking dropping shit on my flora.
For its time.
We will sell no wine before it's time.
The other Orson outtake, I heard the just audio one. I'm sure it's easily searchable. I can't remember because on The Critic he did Rosebud Frozen Peas, which was full of country goodness and green pea-ness. I don't think that happened for real, but there was something for some kind of frozen food, maybe the fish sticks one, where he's arguing with the director over the wording of a sentence, and he's like, if you find me an actor who would say it like that, and I'll go down on you.
I'm
That's
here
the famous
at Massage Chateau in California. Almost every night here there's a wine tasting party.
He looks like he's gonna fuck me right now.
Oh, he is.
Like, what's happening? I'm concerned. I need to call the police. No, like non-consensually.
Oh yeah.
No, he's got rape me eyes.
Orson Welles has never taken no for an answer.
Rape.
The only way people have evaded Orson Welles fucking them is by walking up a small flight of stairs.
Yeah. Also, I think he's like geometrically incapable of having sex.
Yeah, he's got an outie belly button, and that's the majority of penetration he's ever experienced.
Yeah. Just let me use this.
Just let me put my belly nub up inside.
We should probably talk about what we're doing tomorrow to maybe get some last minute contestants, right?
For those of you that have a little bit of an artist streak inside of you and love to sing because you want to be the next Cardi B and or Fridge the Cow or Megan the Stallion, we're doing the Drunken Peasants Drunken Idol tomorrow, and we got a bunch of submissions already. Beautiful singers. Some of you really look like you have William Hung potential. It's going to be fun.
Adam, it's too bad you didn't sing.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I am on the artistic spectrum, so I could...
Absolutely, pretty far to one side of the artistic spectrum.
Yes.
I have high functioning artism.
You are medically artistic.
I'm a very high functioning artist.
We're taking submissions from people and fans of the show. If you want to be in DP Idol, send 3 songs.
3.
Because we're going to do 3 rounds.
3 rounds of voting, and people will be eliminated after each round.
Until we have one Drunken Idol.
Yes. And then all that means is that we call you Drunken Idol. You don't win anything or anything like that.
We'll probably, tell people you're a good person.
Yeah.
We'll be like, this is a good person. That's our Drunken
There's
Idol.
proof or not.
Yeah, no, we don't care.
They'll lie for you.
I like that. This might be my ticket out of here. I might have to enter.
Yeah.
We will show up in your court session to vouch for you being a good
We'll
person.
formulate an alibi.
Some of that.
We'll formulate an alibi. We'll pre-record 3 hours of you and play it on one of our future episodes so it looks like you're here live with us in the bottom screen, and then you can go commit a crime and have proof that you were obviously here live during that window of time which you committed the robbery.
Like what I'm hearing.
Yes.
So there's I've been thinking recently about, well, actually for a while, there's like big differences in the court systems between the U.S. and Canada. One of the differences is that you cannot film court proceedings in Canada, so you only have like transcripts and like art, illustrations, I guess.
Which is
and part of me feels like, fuck, we're missing out on so much good crime documentary footage for Canada. And then more recently, because of COVID, there have been like the most accessible court footage possible now in the States, because it's all done via Zoom calls and uploaded on like judges' YouTube accounts. And so there's been like this recent proceeding where there was a guy that was being charged for domestic abuse with his partner, and because they were over Zoom, he decided he would go into his partner's house during the Zoom proceeding, pretend he was in another house, and like just be there intimidating her, being like, "Don't you fucking say shit," but not saying. And they found out, like one of the lawyers there, she was, I guess, just so in tune and aware of the signs and signals of somebody under distress, and she was like, I believe that they're in the same house right now. Can we get an officer to check on them? And he was like totally found out for it. And now he's facing like a whole bunch of other charges, and Reddit got a hold of it and posted a new video a couple days ago of him like freaking out over his charges and yelling like, "It's my life, you're taking my life away." It's like, well, you gotta.
Can we please put that guy in jail forever?
Don't be an abuser.
Yeah, that's brazen as hell.
And then one of the other lawyers on the Zoom call was accidentally a cat.
Yeah. Scott like
that was hilarious because he had the perfect voice for the cat picture that he was using. I'm not a cat.
I'm not a cat.
Yeah. So I guess in some ways it's like you almost I kind of understand why they wouldn't want such I guess documented publicity of like certain court cases, because it can, I guess, sensationalize court cases, and individuals who might be like the victim of domestic abuse might turn into celebrities or something. So I understand both sides of the argument, I guess.
No,
But
I
we're
understand.
missing out on
And
a lot
I
of
think
great
you
footage,
probably
though.
should, just from an entertainment standpoint.
I do like more information than less information. That's for sure.
Yeah, if you do some sensational shit, you should be sensationalized, though, right? Like if you're
But what if you're just
into
the victim of someone else's sensational
Yeah,
shit?
what if you don't want the attention?
Well, I mean,
what if you're just an abuse victim?
Yeah.
That doesn't want to be a celebrity.
Well, then maybe you shouldn't have gotten abused by someone.
Maybe you shouldn't have fucking dated a piece of shit.
Maybe
That's
you
your fault.
shouldn't have worn that dress.
I guess it's weird for me seeing as how victimhood is like the new hotness right now. People being victims is like how
Feels
a lot
good.
of people become celebrities these days.
I think we're all victims of
We are.
existence, man.
If-
we were non-consensually
That
put
sentence
into
definitely
this
needed
fucking-
to end with man.
A lot of people
Yeah.
say that we were
That's why I said it.
non-consensually entered into life, but there was like millions of other sperms that you raced out to get here. So
That wasn't us, though. Yeah, that's not
at
us.
one point. Yeah,
no,
your
it's
little
half
sperm.
of us sell
That was
it.
my dad's spermie.
Yeah,
That wasn't mine.
It was you. That was the first
no, it
time we
wasn't.
chose.
No, you don't exist at that point.
Oh, sure.
You don't.
It's true.
It was
Like,
the good half of you.
Your own existence is the combined DNA of your mother and father's. It's not like there's a mini you inside your fucking dad's dick.
I'm sure. I'm sure
Like
if you
that
look,
dad's balls.
I'm sure if you look in the Bible somewhere, it says, "Come as you."
Oh.
Okay. I don't know.
In the beginning,
In excelsis Deo.
It's got to be.
Praise be to Cummies,
Yes, I remember reading that somewhere.
the Father, the Spirit, and the Holy Come.
Which book was that?
I
Psalms?
think that's in Ruth. Pretty sure that's in Ruth in the Bible.
Yes.
So
I think that's
before
in Christian.
The Christian Bible.
Christian 12:5.
I decided to check and see if Derek had released any videos since Adam was coming on, and there
Oh, yeah.
was a recent
Oh,
one.
yeah, he has.
Have you seen? Yeah.
He's still promoting the shit out of his coronavirus thing that's like he's pretending is a movie but is actually like 20 minutes long. Seems like he's going to be releasing it on YouTube, which, I mean, he always goes back on things he says, so we don't actually know.
Luckily, he had some video. He had some cut video footage of Eric Estrada having a cough attack from the original film that he's repurposing as Eric Estrada dying of COVID.
Hey, God. Calling it a film from the original film.
None of this is true. What I'm saying.
He lies a lot.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I joke a lot. None of it's a lie.
Cat fights coronavirus. Well,
Oh,
the
an
film
anti-hate
is completed,
satire.
and it looks absolutely spectacular. Where it's
spectacular,
completed on my side from the post-production, all
Words are
editing.
hard.
My music composer is scoring it right now. He should have that
We're like
completed.
33 days away from the next 420 awards, I guess.
It's saying introducing Dirty Dog.
Calendar.
How long has he been introducing Dirty Dog? Wasn't Dirty Dog well before COVID?
2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah.
There hasn't been an official film debut yet. It's just been promotion leading up to the film.
Oh my god.
He's been taking a long time working on the coronavirus thing.
You can have it done fast, or you can have it done right.
Well, I noticed he also mentions the school shooting one in this too.
But that's what if you were to, there needs to be like an image of like somebody dangling a carrot ahead of somebody and like they're in the carriage. That's the school shooting movie. It's like literally not going to happen because the expectations that he's setting up for the requirements of it happening are based on this crazy fantasy of things that aren't possible. You can hear him when he's talking about his coronavirus film thing. What he's basically saying is like, if this jumpstarts my career in some unbelievable way, then I'll have enough money to do the school shooting thing. Like, he thinks the coronavirus 20-minute film is going to be like picked up by like the education system and shown in schools. He thinks that that's going to happen, and then he can do the school shooting movie. But yeah, despite the fact that he already raised like $9,000, $10,000 for the school shooting movie, it doesn't seem like it's going to happen.
It's amazing he can raise that much.
No, that attitude.
He could raise more if he wasn't an asshole.
In 2 days. Hallelujah. And
if
one
Neil
thing
Breen
about
had
this-
a fundraising campaign, he would get like 50 grand at least. Like Derek Savage's 10,000 is nothing compared to what Neil Breen can get. And that's because Neil Breen is wholesome. He stays true to himself. He's not an asshole to people. He doesn't like copyright strike people for no reason and start petty internet drama.
Have you seen his movies? He's Jesus.
He's actually Jesus. Neil Breen is starting another film already. Like, he doesn't let anybody get to him. He doesn't, it doesn't compromise his artistic vision. I love Neil Breen.
Is there ever going to be like Tommy Wiseau, Neil Breen, Daddy Derek, and like an Avengers of shit films?
No, because the only reason people make it to this level of so bad that it's good hilarity is because they're all control freaks. There's always going to be, if they allowed other people to tell them that's a bad idea, they wouldn't be in this situation. So you could never have a collaboration because they'd all want to be the voice of control, right?
Remember the Fox Searchlight?
Also, Tommy Wiseau is like a one-hit wonder. He's not making consistent funny stuff.
Yeah. So and then he became semi-self-aware, so it lost the fun.
He pretended to become self-aware.
Yeah. All the time, guys.
As someone of his situation could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which made it worse, because it's like, if you're a failure at making something serious, then it's funny. But now if you're a failure at making something funny and you pretend you're in on the joke, then it's not funny. And now there's no enjoyment because you're just watching something that's not funny. So what's the point?
The mystery behind him is still very interesting. Like
there was
where he get his money from.
There was a documentary called Room Full of Spoons from a Canadian director, and it was released in 2016. And I was actually sent a screener link for it in 2016 to promote it, and I regret so hard not clicking on that link because I was like busy at the time and like working on some other stuff.
Yeah.
Because Tommy Wiseau started a huge lawsuit against the filmmakers that has just recently been won by the filmmakers. So this film is actually finally going to get a release sometime in the next year, probably. And it's apparently like a pretty deep dive into Tommy Wiseau and like in ways that he would find like invading his privacy, maybe. Like maybe that's why he was like, because it would explain like, where the fuck is this guy from and how do you get his money? Stuff like, I think those are the questions that it answers.
Yeah.
But yeah, like 2016 movie that's still not released because of this lawsuit. They won it, and I guess we'll see it at some point.
The story is very interesting. I want to see that movie if they actually picked
There's
it up.
a decent amount of information. It doesn't give you every answer, but in Greg Sestero's book, The Disaster Artist, that they used as some like source material for the movie with James Franco. But Sestero because Sestero like spent a lot of time with him and was ostensibly like his best friend for a long time.
Yeah.
So there's some information in that, not everything, but more than is talked about usually.
Yeah. I'm excited to see the doc. Hopefully I can catch it before I'm finished my 2016 list.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be something? Fuck, I didn't click.
Hey,
I got the screener link and I didn't
Derek
click on
Savage
it.
is actually
and it's
his
5 years
stage
later.
name. Apparently his real name is Daryl Ray Evans and he was charged with not registering a machine gun in the 90s. Just curious, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Like Tommy Wiseau's real
people
name
brought up
with
his-
T.
Film, and I'll state for the
A
record.
more serial killer sounding name than Daryl Ray Evans.
yeah, it does. It's like Lee Harvey Oswald almost.
When you change your name to Savage and it doesn't nearly sound as savage as Daryl Ray Evans.
You and the world has never seen anything like this before. I mean, I watch it myself. I just laugh. It's so funny. I mean, you know, of course.
There's this rap song that he made that he plays a little bit of at the end. It's one of the worst things I've ever heard ever.
In this video?
At the end, yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I think you mean one of the best things you've ever heard. I don't know what the fuck
I wanted with the film. I nailed all three. First of all, I wanted to make it very unusual to help give Cool Cat and the brand
That
much
booger
more
picker looks
exposure.
very
We will get
unnatural.
that. Second, I wanted to show both sides of the issue. You know, Cool Cat's the good guy.
I
Wear
want
the
to show
mask.
both sides of the COVID-19 issue.
Okay, I thought he was talking about school shooting, and I'm like, we got to look at this from both sides.
Right.
And you know, follow the CDC guidelines. And Dirty Dog is the exact opposite of that. Coronavirus is a scam. And third,
Coronavirus is a scam.
Really interesting.
Which side do you think he falls on?
Well, I like that he made Cool Cat the good guy. It makes me think he's somewhat aware, but he might actually like fantasize about the Dirty Dog side of things. And he's just hiding behind social norms.
He hates Democrats. He is a very Republican loving man for sure, based on his tweets. Or sorry,
what?
Cool Cat's
Yeah,
tweets, I guess.
I saw you sent in this. What?
Yeah, this is kind of funny because he used to do like film work too, right? This is him as an extra in a Denzel Washington movie. I just found that pretty funny.
Ricochet.
Yeah, that is
He's
very
just there in the
strange.
background.
Huh.
Yeah, he's got one
did
of the
something
best Twitter accounts, which is so sad that he blocked me on all 10 of my.
Do you think he has a SAG
I have to go in
membership?
incognito mode.
A SAG membership?
Yeah,
He
you think he's
probably
in SAG?
does. He probably got in there at some point.
I want to say no, actually. If I had to bet, if I was a betting man, I'm going to say Derek Savage does not have a SAG card.
Come on, he was on the stupid Hollywood parade. He knows how to buy his way into that bullshit.
Well, hold on. I didn't know he was on the stupid Hollywood parade. That changes my opinion.
That stupid Hollywood.
I think it just means that anyone can get into the Hollywood parade if they want.
Yeah, anybody can get into SAG
been,
too.
like-
You could buy your way in.
He's got this like weird like domino effect of all of his ways that he can like manipulate his way into other events and other spaces and get credibility. So he starts out by doing this like short film saying like, okay, it's anti-bullying, and you know, reaches out to Eric Estrada and Vivica A. Fox. That's like a short like, we're gonna shoot for like one day, it's gonna be like really good for your PR sort of thing. They go in that, and then from that moment on, he uses their image to get credibility for everything else that's happening. He puts them into the feature-length film by taking the short and just sticking that in as a scene in the feature-length film.
Yeah.
You see in the background on that poster there,
Yeah.
Cool Cat is cooler than Barney the dinosaur. Who'd he pay for that quote? I don't fucking know. Right? Like, no one said that legitimately. No one said that unironically.
It says
Ben Duke,
It
producer.
says it says Ben Drake.
Ben Duke.
Duke. And what?
Yeah.
What's
He's a
the
producer.
But, like,
Producer.
I don't know. Like,
Let's see here.
I think it all starts from like the implication that this is for kids, and it's he's doing good in the world, and so maybe there's a good amount of people that just participate in his charade just because it's like, oh well, this is like a good, you know, like this violence against women, that's an issue, right?
Yeah,
Like
that's
school shootings,
Hollywood,
that's
though.
an issue, right?
This is
Like,
how Hollywood
yeah,
works.
It's like, let's help the kids, right? And that's how he's able to like climb the ladder of deception.
Yeah, that's
into
how
the-
everybody in Hollywood operates, though. It's a stack of bullshit.
coming up next month. So, but now I can start focusing on that, now that this film's over with. We got some great new Cool Cat content coming out soon. And hey, get ready to party. Cool Cat Fights Coronavirus is I'm going to release it to the public, on probably on YouTube or one of the majors.
YouTube or one of the majors.
In a couple weeks, probably.
Parlor.
Get my people who help support it.
BitChute, Parlor, Netflix, one of the majors.
That's how it works, baby. Hey guys, Derek Savage here signing out, and always remember.
I love his Black Power hand every time. It's so good.
Cool
Derek
Cat
Savage.
Hey, get your Cool Cat merchandise. Check out the Cool Cat hat. These are all right.
Please.
Need to get more of these. Just sold out, but
just sold out.
They're dropping like hot cakes. You're a loser if you don't have one.
I've got all the Cool Cat shirts, got some fabulous stuff. And you know what that website is? That's coolcatlovesyou.com. Take care, guys.
Here, listen to this.
Yes.
Cool Cat flips the house.
Dog, and I'm the baddest there is. My coronavirus rhyme are the best there is. Kids are so dumb, and adults are too. I'll cough in their face just to scare them, yeah.
It's like it would be so easy to rhyme with the word "to," but he said the word "yeah."
He set himself up and then rhymed it with "yeah."
The first bars rhymed "is" with "is."
That's correct.
The second bars rhymed with
"to" with
"yeah."
Yeah.
I think I'm more impressed by the second set. He's like, before I rhymed "is" with "is," and I was like, that's about as lazy as it gets. But
that's fairly rudimentary. Let's use two different words this time.
That actually is impressive because you're saying to the audience, like, I don't care about you. I hate you, actually.
2 words.
Yes, I want you to suffer. That was sick.
Yeah.
There's a Derek in chat that's almost as good as the Derek we just saw on screen. Derek versus Derek.
Yes. How you doing, Derek? Better than Derek Savage any day of the week at rapping.
Derek
some black guy
versus Derek. Very different.
Oof.
Derek. I'm enjoying a treat, Derek.
I love treats. Well, now that we got Derek Savage out of the way, should we all punch ourselves in the nose?
Okay. We should all look like Andrew WK when we're done.
Yeah, I love Andrew WK because of, Freemasonry and Illuminati and stuff.
There was like a video that I made when I was like 17 where I thought it would be funny if the character I was playing would have like blood coming from his face. And so I just hit myself in the face until my nose started bleeding just for the like little movie that I made.
That makes sense. How else could you possibly achieve that?
It's
I
either
don't
that.
know. It was like the video was made on the spot.
Yeah.
There was no
if you're under a time crunch, then absolutely.
If you
did the
need,
right thing.
If you need to bleed from your face, punch yourself in the nose repeatedly, do a bunch of cocaine, or just pick at it. Just pick your nose until it bleeds.
I'll
Stop picking at it. I've been telling you to stop picking at it, Billy.
I can't help. I have a picking disease.
I know.
What if picking at it is the only way your nose doesn't bleed?
Oh my God. Let me see.
Do you get a pass?
Hey, should we do a contest to see who can make their nose bleed the quickest?
Let's do it.
If I was
no,
17,
thank
I would
you.
totally
No.
do it
Contact.
right now, but-
Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm turning 30 in 29 days. How many days? 29 days.
And I'm turning 40.
7 days.
I'm turning 40
27 days.
like a week after, I believe. I think our birthdays are very close. My birthday is May 7th, and I was born in 1981.
And I'm turning tricks, no rabbit.
Nice. I'm coming up on 21 myself. I can't wait to legally drink
Liar.
in America.
Yeah. He's baby. This is the first time I saw your face while you made that voice. I've only ever heard it.
I've only heard that audio. This is what baby sounds like.
Oh. It's a lot more comedic than our friend San, who does this really concerning baby voice. That's like you have to assume that he's only doing it to make other people angry around him because he hates his friends or something. But
that's the best I can
part
think.
of me,
there's no other reason for him to do what he does. I hope you don't think I'm doing what he's doing, because that's not my intention. My intention is to be funny and bring joy to the world. He's awful. He's disgusting.
He is real baby.
He's real baby, and I hate it.
Change my diaper. Wah. I like pooping myself for sexual pleasure.
We used to watch this. We used to watch these videos on the stream of this couple where like the woman would like get different diapers for her man to like try on and hang out in.
I love them. He was this big chug-a-lug Tubsky guy.
You know, as much like personal trauma that I've experienced over my life over just being so fucking weird and being a furry, there's not a day that goes by where I'm not thankful that I'm not into like diaper shit.
God,
you know? Where I'm like, that could have been me too. I could have been like two things.
I sometimes wonder why I don't have
I'm
a
glad
kink.
that's not me.
Horrible.
I feel like I missed the kink boat because my dad was a little extra perverted. So it's like when your parents are like a certain way, you're the opposite of them.
Yeah, so you're like vanilla to rebel against your dad?
Yeah, I'm like, no, Dad. No, Dad. I'm a missionary position boy. That's not true. But
lights on.
Yeah, Dad.
I wish I remembered what that channel was. Their videos were so like wholesome.
Yeah,
the diaper
somebody's
people.
got to know the diaper.
I can't.
The wholesome diaper channel.
Yeah,
like
that one. Come on, everyone. knows
They
that
competed
one.
on Actual Mania 1, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had that information ready to go because they were so good. I missed them.
I don't remember.
We have to start.
Billy, why are you fucking your mom? I learned her from watching you, Dad.
Yeah. I don't care. I want to find more of the old people we used to watch and bring them back into the rotation if they're still crazy. I can't imagine these people stop being crazy.
No. Yeah, there was the one video where he's just like floating. He's like experimenting, like floating in the pool with these diapers
With these
on.
absorbent adult diapers. He gets out, this is a bad idea.
Man, I just like
absorbs the whole pool.
There's lost videos that I wish I could find too. There was this fucking weird shit where like there was like some weird fursuiter, and I don't even remember how I found this video. It must have been on some Reddit cringe thing or something. But like there was like a fursuiter that was like also into like this weird like drowning in mud fetish or something.
Who is it? Who among us?
I don't know. I have no idea. They had a fursuit and they just like found like the weird, the like dirtiest like bog in like a forest or something, and just like we're like like slowly drowned. And it was like, damn, did they like actually kill themselves for this video? It was down there a long time, and I don't know how to find that video again or where it went. But
even if they didn't kill themselves, did you see them getting the fursuit covered in mud? Because that's respectful to the suit. Those are expensive.
Yeah, but if you've got like a fursuit fetish and a mud fetish, then you just gotta do a lot of watching, I guess. You just gotta live with that.
I hope they're like wildly independently wealthy and just like buy a new suit every time and ruin it in the mud.
It didn't look like an expensive one in the first place. It looked kind of.
It'd be great if it was super expensive.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. The most expensive suits you see, they're not fucking in them. They're not doing anything.
Or drowning in mud.
Yeah. Or cum.
Yeah, don't they have to make like a duct tape mummy in order for the suit? Dummy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a mummy. If there's a person in it.
Yeah, but they call it a duct tape dummy. I don't know why. But yeah, because like if there's like a fursuit maker that's not in your local place, then that's how you send measurements. Is you make like this exoskeleton out of duct tape.
A Morton
and then
Dave.
they're like, oh,
Frozen duct tape, or how do you do it?
Yeah, how do you get out of it?
No, I think you make. I don't know. They send in. I've never done it. I don't have a fursuit or anything, but they send instructions like on how to do it. I think that it's like the non-sticky side covered to you, and then you stick another side. I don't know.
I might get a fursuit made.
I have to research this.
I think I'll get a fursuit.
But it's a thing.
Let's
what's your persona?
Let's get a co-suit, Billy.
I think
we're
if I
Siamese twins.
if I got a fursuit, it'd probably be a panda.
Oh yeah.
I think it'd be a
Is
panda.
it Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, like a fast food panda. I don't know.
Are you gonna go World of Warcraft panda?
I don't. I think just a cute panda.
Oh yeah, they did do that.
Yeah, they did. I think that was like the last big expansion they ever did. Or maybe
Was pandas?
Yeah. They added like a panda race to the. It was like Pandaria. There was like a land.
They're
in-
like furries are the
Was
only
James-
ones still playing this game, right?
I guess so. I guess they knew their audience. Because I'm like, was there any build up to that? Because I assume it was just a
No.
lot of like dudes and dwarves and maybe
Kung Fu
orcs.
pandas.
I think they were pandering to their
Pandering.
They were pandering to
They
the
were
Chinese
pandering.
audience, right? That's what they were trying to probably do that. We have we found the channel name for the diaper people. Oh yeah. Yeah, Morton Dave said it was the K Huck channel. K/Huck channel.
The diaper people.
Yeah, the diaper people. So we should see if they're up to any good stuff. Go see our friends. See our friends.
Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah,
Warcraft 3, there's a panda hero. Oh, I played Warcraft 3. I never played World of Warcraft, but I remember playing Warcraft 3, the Frozen Throne.
I played Warcraft 1.
Yeah, me too.
And that was it.
I played Warcraft
then I
1,
beat-
a little Warcraft 2. My grandparents got Warcraft 1 on their computer for me, so when I go to my grandma, grandpa, Nana, Papa, I would play Warcraft 1.
What's the newest game I've played is Warcraft 1.
I played Chips Challenge on my grandpa's computer.
That's a good one.
It was a scary game when I was younger.
Part of the Microsoft Entertainment Pack, I believe.
Something like that, yeah.
Thank you, Fate-10. I try.
Did you ever play Oregon Trail?
Yeah,
You know
in
what?
school I did.
We didn't have it in school.
They have a handheld
Did they have
Oregon
computers
Trail.
in school when you were in school?
Yeah, no, I think
guess
that was
you're-
the problem.
I guess you're so young they only had iPads and not computers.
Yeah, we only had the iPad version 6 is all we had in school, and they're all on just on mounts from the ceiling that would come down, and so they didn't have Oregon Trail. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering correctly.
Number
Here it
Munchers,
is.
was that it?
We had Number Munchers and Super Munchers.
Oh, yeah.
So this is wholesome diaper channel.
Yeah, look at this man, baby.
Yeah, that's
So
really
how many-
gross.
okay, you found
So-
this from a YouTube channel. What are the view counts and sub counts like? That's what I'm curious about.
I think
What
when I
channel is
checked
this? I can
last
look it up on
time,
my own.
This video, it has like 17,000.
Okay.
This video's from 2 years ago.
is there a diaper review? Are we going to see him in the diaper?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, diaper review channel.
He has it. He has it on under his wetsuit. See how his butt is like bubbling out
He
so
got that
much.
duck butt.
Yeah,
Interestingly shaped.
yeah.
Nah,
look at-
he's about to go in. Baroom, 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 baroom.
That's not what floating is.
I'm a
Or there,
baby.
there you go.
Completely hairless.
I
That
went
feels
to the
good.
diaper.
Yeah, why would he have hair? Babies don't have hair.
Even
What?
the concrete's hot in the shade.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He's
Doesn't sound like you're
floating.
trying to
That's
be a real
amazing.
baby.
I'm a floaty
Flotation
baby.
devices. Another use for diapers.
Another use for diapers. You're gonna learn
Yeah.
quickly. The absorbency does not help you float.
I think they do an underwater shot in this too.
Oh, oh yeah.
Now you're talking.
Oh yeah.
Like, okay, the diaper thing, is it just like piss and poop fetish, or is it like I guess there's a spectrum. Like maybe some are in just for the baby role play, but like
I guess he actually had an incontinence issue.
Does he?
Well, he did have an incontinence
Because
issue.
she also makes videos where she she reviews the diapers. She like reviews the print on it, and like she'll get it wet to see how much moisture it'll hold and everything. So she's into it.
Oh, she's into it.
She's into it.
He said originally he had an incontinence issue, and he started wearing diapers for it, and it gave him a level of confidence that like opened him up and opened up his world.
Sounds like something a liar would say.
Yeah. I used to have what's it called when you can't get a boner?
Billy? Being over age 30, I think is what they call
I used to have not getting a boner issues.
Impotence?
Impotence. Yeah, I used to have impotence issues. Then I started slamming my dick in phone books, and I realized it never had to get hard for me to enjoy it, and it boosted my confidence.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the great myth, is that it needs to be hard.
Yeah. Anybody who thinks you need to have a hard one to enjoy sex, just start slamming your softie in a phone book.
Just
don't
mash it in there.
Don't do that.
Where are you going to find a phone book?
Snorting
phone
crystal
book, yeah.
methamphetamine.
All these young kids are like, "What's a phone book?" And they're just slamming iPhones into their crotch. Don't do
What's
it.
a phone? What's a book? I don't know either, let alone together.
Yeah.
True.
What is calligraphy? Oh, okay, Zoomer.
I've been in the pool now for 47 minutes.
47 minutes filling this
I can't even
diaper.
put my legs kind of close together. It's just a giant pillow between my legs.
He's stuffed.
His energy.
Yeah, he's,
Maybe don't wear a diaper in the pool.
He's Doc McStuffins.
Maybe don't tell him how to live his goddamn life.
Whoa.
This is horrible. Yeah, you can float. I just tried a few minutes ago. I can still float, but not as good as when I first got in.
Oh, because you're weighted down by water panties, dumbass.
I don't recommend this.
Water panty.
He says, I don't recommend this.
Thunderstorms developing. Maybe you could hear some thunder.
Thunder in my diaper.
Oh my god! Oh my god! This is
Shame if a class 5 hurricane came and wiped this house off the map.
Are we going to show his soppy booty after he walks out?
I don't know if he does that.
He definitely shows
Here's
it.
the real question.
Okay.
Why can't we start a found footage film with this character?
I know, right?
Why does it have to be boring teenagers that are having fun and partying? Why don't we start a found footage horror movie with this guy?
Yes.
That would be interesting.
This one is a safari.
3 times we've been
Slice it
sent
Look, see, they have binkies too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
pacifiers.
They're
with
they're
our
into it
large
now.
pieces of-
Had an incontinence issue. When you have an incontinence issue, you never know when you're going to need to run to the toilet
Yeah.
for an emergency, and
You
you
need to plug the hole.
thing. Oh, I was going a different way, but I like your style, Adam.
The incontinence issue was just like the spider biting Spider-Man.
Oh.
Everything else after that was a world of unlocking potential.
diapers.
Big change.
Kevin, I think you should.
And they do like, so she reviews it. She talks about how much she likes the print on it and everything. And then at the end, he like models it for the camera.
Now we're talking.
It's wholesome.
I don't want you guys to think that I'm talking down on these people for what they do.
See,
I'm in love with what they do.
You know what? I wasn't ready for his choice of attire. I'm gonna need him. Now I'm sad.
Look at my guy.
Sad.
Yeah.
Look at my guy.
I don't know.
He got monkey and binky. He happy.
Yeah.
Now I'm bummed out.
I mean, you can do what you want. It's a free country.
Yeah.
You can, but I can
Until
also
get elected, and then we're taking it out.
Bummed out by this.
You guys are just like, there should be more fur on his suit.
Well, okay, like I'm not into like the baby fur stuff either. Furry or not, I'm not into baby stuff. So
I'm into people being
but
happy
yes,
and living their
I
truth.
understand the comparison because it is harmless, weird shit, right?
Yeah.
I get it.
It's
which
only
is why
harmless.
I would never get really pissed off for someone for having the exact same reaction that I did just now to furry shit.
Yeah,
You
of
know?
course.
If you're just gonna go, weird, and move on with your day, that's a little different than actually trying to harass people or make laws about it, or act like they're moral degenerates that should be banished from society and can't live normal lives. I think that's very different. So I think I'm well within my rights to
Of course.
find this interesting and be weirded out.
Yeah. You're allowed to find something gross and not be a jerk.
Whoa. We're only allowed to find something gross as long as it's not socially acceptable. Once it's socially acceptable, we're part of the problem.
That's true. Then we have to go to jail.
Yes.
Whew, haven't seen them in a while.
They're my friends.
That's pretty good.
That was fun.
I posted a couple links in chat.
Yeah, I have I downloaded the one with the mask. Let's see. Here it is.
I don't know who this is.
This is how you do it. Yes. Damn it. Why do these people own suits? Why do these people look like they're in a position of power? How are these people in a position of power?
Elected officials.
Are they?
No fucking way. Stop it. Stop it. This can't be.
What is the angle here?
Did Tim and Eric direct this? This can't be reality, right?
No.
Tim and Eric is a reflection of our reality.
This could be a rib on me.
Oh my God.
Yes.
You got it.
That works. It looks good.
Does she cover my nose and mouth?
Got a pussy mouth.
See, I did it.
Oh, nope.
Please please unlike this. Do not like us. Like this video we're watching right now.
Yes,
where we tell you
please.
the real way to put a mask on.
Please dislike this video.
Yeah, you're right. I can't reconcile owning a suit and also doing that. Those two things don't go together. You can have one or the other. You can not understand the basic physics of a mask, or you can own a suit. Not at the same time.
Oh, Canada.
Okay. This is to trigger Scoot and I, because somebody posted this to trigger me, and I needed to share the experience with another Canadian.
I'm glad you could.
I'm assuming that you, Ben and Billy, are at least familiar enough with the Canadian national anthem to know what's wrong with this. But I needed someone else.
I grew up on pro wrestling.
I've heard, pro wrestling and hockey games are the only times I've heard it.
I've heard the first 15 seconds of it in pro wrestling before the Canadians get beat down by the Americans.
That is how it happens.
Our home and native land.
All right, so the notes are already wrong.
That sounded like almost the notes of the last line and not the second line of the song. But let's see how it plays out.
And true patriot love in all thy son's command. With
what chord are you in?
growing hearts we see
Growing?
thee rise, the true and strong and free.
He's writing his own national anthem.
True and strong and free.
He just created his own national anthem.
The only reason
you gotta wing it sometimes.
He's going.
The only reason I have to think that this isn't the Canadian anthem is that Hacksaw Jim Duggan hasn't run in and hit him with a 2x4 yet.
It's coming.
Far and wide, oh Canada, we.
Is this like a CFL game or something like that?
Probably.
Oh, far and wide, oh Canada, how do we love your branches?
Oh Canada.
This is actually from the intro to the Canadian reality hit television program, Doug the Mountie Hunter.
By the way, there was a point when Hacksaw Jim Duggan betrayed America and went over to the Canadian
Greatest
side.
Canadian moment ever.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the biggest win Canada's ever had. I was watching a clip of Hacksaw Jim Duggan's Lance Storm and Elix Skipper the other day. Was it Major Guns or Tylene Buck that was in that group too? Who was the blonde?
Yeah, and she also was like a captive of theirs because like she was on the American side, and then they had some match where if someone lost, Canada got Major Guns for 30 days, but then I think she got Stockholm Syndrome and stayed with Canada. Or, sorry, Toronto Syndrome?
Wrestling is too good. Like anybody who hates wrestling, you're completely justified in hating it. Anybody who likes wrestling, you are completely justified in liking it. There's nothing wrong with hating or liking pro wrestling.
No, you're both right.
Yeah.
You're both right,
True.
whatever you think about it.
Being indifferent to pro wrestling is like the greatest gift you can have. It's if you're just like, whatever, it's
great.
pro wrestling.
Great, I'm very gifted then.
You are. I wish that I was indifferent to it. There's like, as much as I try to be indifferent to wrestling, there's moments where I mark out for something, and there's moments where I care way too much about men in tights.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Okay,
it gets you.
Yeah. It's like a religion, right? I think it was Jeff Jarrett who said, for those of you that believe in pro wrestling, there's no explanation needed. And for those that don't believe in pro wrestling and see what the value there is, there's no explanation available to get you there, It's just like you get it or you don't. Yeah. You have to have that faith or that belief and that it's intrinsic.
You gotta have that. You gotta have that defective chromosome.
Seriously. Do you know how many John Cena fans there are that aren't fully mentally developed? And I love every one of them.
Absolutely.
Every one of them. I love them. I had this kid in my high school. I don't remember his name. He was this Tyler, I think. He had Down syndrome. He would always moonwalk around the school, and he would like moonwalk by me. And like one time, he moonwalked and just poked this girl next to me in the titty. So I had to try and fight him. But he was a huge wrestling fan. But he was a special kid. And he loved it though. He loved
a special kid who you beat the shit out of. Is this what you're saying?
I had to pretend to beat him up because he just walked up to the girl that I was with and poked her in the boob in front of me. Like I had to defend her. I had to chase him down. I wasn't gonna touch him. I let him like run away, but I had to like put the fear in him not to do that again. He's just
poke that.
But that's a lot of the special kids were super hypersexual. I don't know if that's everywhere, but at my school there was this other kid. I almost say his name. I won't say his name because maybe somebody will. I feel bad that I said Tyler's name now because this is privacy, right? But whatever. But this other kid, he had like this wheelchair. And he had some sort of syndrome, and he was worked in the office.
Some sort of syndrome.
He worked in the office as like his daily routine.
What type of syndrome?
I don't know. It wasn't quite Downs. It was more Berwickian.
What direction would you say the syndrome was? Like,
he was definitely slow, and his body was definitely a little busted. He definitely had a situation, but he would sit in the office and he had access to the phone and the phone book for everybody, and he would call like all the girls and like start huffing and like I think masturbating. He would insinuate that he was doing something over the phone while he was talking to them, all like the pretty girls in school. It was terrible. It was wrong, but he would do that, and I would always hear these stories about the special kids. I'm like, oh man, glad I don't have to ride that bus. But it wasn't because I didn't want to hang out with them. I hung out with them in school, but I wouldn't want to be locked up in close quarters with people that were a little too touchy.
Poot, 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 poot.
Thank you for this.
All right, Adam just loaded us up with videos to watch.
A billion of them.
Yeah, they keep.
Sorry.
All right. Yeah.
A billion. Jay Robinson says Billy the simp in the pleb chat because I chased off a special boy for touching the girl I was with's boob. That's not a simp, dude. That's valor, man. Chivalry is not dead.
It's a little bit simp. You were like a priest.
No, that was my sweet
How you doing?
girlfriend.
Is it just me,
Fine.
or can I only
You a
see
cop?
Adam?
I can only see
No.
Scoot now. Right
Did we
now.
lose the
I don't know why I
screen?
can't see him. I was
Oh.
trying to fix it on my
Huh,
end. but,
that's weird. Yeah, I'll fix it. My bad.
I'm still on grid view. I don't know why.
I think
it
I
seems
might.
to be fine for the stream, but
What I'm
just not.
gonna do is go water the porcelain. I'll be right back.
All right.
I'm gonna pee real quick.
There. Can you see it, Scott?
I can see it now. It just changed.
Okay, cool. Something must have changed.
I also have to pee, but I'm not going to leave you stranded.
All
man.
right,
I'm
thank
gonna-
you so much.
I'm a professional, and I care about you, unlike these two jokers.
Thank you. It's nice to be cared about for once. Everyone, please like the stream. Every one of you watching right now, if you throw us a like, it actually helps with the algorithm when you're streaming live to get more people in here. So if you can throw us a like, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you use the Brave browser, if you're one of our viewers that uses the Brave browser, please send us your bats. Bats are worth like $1.25 to $1.30 right now. That's crazy. A year ago, they were worth 8 cents. And I've been accumulating them over the past year. I got a lot of them. Please send in some bats if you got them. And if you don't have them, if you don't...
$1.6 billion worth of bats right now, but send some...
I have a good amount. So, like, you know, Adam, a year ago...
Yes.
When I was in Canada, I was telling you about this browser that I promoted that paid me in cryptocurrency.
That was only like a day ago, though.
That was yesterday, when he told you yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like a year ago. And it was like, I spent a whole year accumulating this stuff, and back then it was worth like 8 cents, and now it's like $1.25. And it just loads you up.
You made money?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to have Bitcoin donations on my website when people were really enthusiastic about it. And just, if people saw that you were accepting Bitcoin, that was reason enough for them to donate it.
Yes.
So I never spent any money on Bitcoin, and I made like quite a bit of money, like like 20,000 bucks or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over a longer, like I had to just sit and wait in the account.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I cashed
free
out.
20 grand is nice.
Yeah, like anytime anyone would download the browser using my link, I would get like $5 worth of the currency at that time when it was worth like 8 cents, and now it's like $1.25 or whatever each. And then also people accumulate it by using the browser. Just like using the browser, they gain these tokens, and then at the end of each month, they get an allowance of them, and they can give them to the creators that are like signed up into the network. So it's like a new way of monetizing YouTube. And Twitch. It works with Twitch and with Twitter. If they use the browser, there's a way to donate to your Twitter page. Like you'll have a little symbol that they can like click and donate to. It's kind of interesting.
I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah, it's called the Brave browser.
The Brave browser.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen Scoot's chair.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can stick it up your own, asshole.
I would if I could. Bitch.
Nice.
That guy is insane.
Bastard.
Is that not how you talk to women?
It's a good scene.
I
would if I could, bitch.
The way he says it.
Look, the
Makes
second
it
a woman tells me she does domination, I have to go all out. I have to go all out and prove to her that she can't dominate me, and that's why I say bitch and stuff.
Bitch.
That puts her in her place.
Yeah, she should have never recommended
knows.
domination to me when all I wanted to do was stick my penis in her butt.
Share Scoot
Say
just that
thank you.
last line, by the way. Hold
Say
on.
thank
Hold on.
Show me a thing.
Is you like doggies?
Just the last line of that scene I wanted Scoot to watch.
Oh, okay. Let's
Just when
see.
she asks him the question and he responds.
Bastard! Fucking jerk off!
That original role was supposed to
King.
go to Greg Brady.
Nice.
Yeah, Greg Brady had scheduling issues though and couldn't play the part. He had to drop out.
Greg Brady was too busy.
I find that hard to believe.
The next video you were about to play, the title is very important.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's-
where I found it, but the title of the video is Dog Says the N-Word.
Yeah, dog says the N-word.
Oh, my kind of dog.
All right, here we go. Let's hear it.
Dog the bounty hunter?
Say thank you. Say thank you. Oh, I love you.
And thank you, doggy.
Why did it have to be a white dog?
It's brownish. It's like a Middle Eastern dog. It's like a Latino dog. It's
So,
a Latinx.
let's start with a couple of
Latinx.
questions here about the science that you're doing on board the space station. So what kind of research are you doing in space that we can't do anywhere else?
That's a great question, Mark. You know,
I just love this face. Oh my goodness.
Wasn't there a picture of him like covered in sunscreen?
Oh, that where he's got like his butt out and he's like
Yeah.
on the water.
Yeah, that was so weird.
was
Yeah,
such
he was
a weird
he
face.
was like
What's the story with his eyes?
He's
Going
not
on?
human. He's either robotic or lizard. One of the two.
Yeah.
He's not mammalian.
I'm not.
He's
I'm
not
not
Maximilian.
a lizard people guy, but also Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know how to reconcile the two.
Oh. So we don't have to watch this whole thing, but the context of this, have you heard the oh shit, I'm sorry for what thing?
No.
Oh my goodness. So this is this YouTube upload is basically a gay porn without the porn. So it's like the acting scenes and there's some like it's a great story is what it is.
Oh wow. So did they
Very high
cut the
quality.
porn scenes out of it or
Yes.
so I could watch this in full on like what Netflix or BitChute or
Anywhere you like. It's everywhere. BitChute, Parler, Netflix,
Parler?
the big
Yeah.
three.
if you guys want to watch this without edit, go
The
to
majors.
Shoot, Parler and Netflix, the big three. Right.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, Disney Plus.
They're like number 7.
He walks like he's the bottom. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
I've never
walks like
seen
a man
the
who's been
pornographic parts, so I don't know.
Yes.
He could be a verse.
You got 2 seconds to explain what
The
you're
gun
doing
came
on my
out like it was his schlong. Just the blocking on that.
My car broke down a few miles down the road. I'm looking for a phone.
Ain't got no phone.
Oh, okay. Well, could you tell me where the nearest town is then?
Nearest town's about an hour north from here. My uncle can give you a ride, I suppose.
Oh, he's getting up.
Oh, great. Is your uncle here?
Nope. Gone fishing. He'll be back, though.
You mind if I
Carrying
wait
his
here?
gun this whole time.
Looks like you ain't got much choice.
I like how he's clearly just naked underneath that one piece.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kind of
No even
is how I
pretense of
walk around.
clothes under that.
I kind of have to watch the actual porn part of this just so I know who's giving and who's receiving. Is that messed up?
I think we'll figure it out. I know. I think we can figure it out through
Okay,
context clues.
okay. I'm hoping so.
Let's see.
Yeah. If you see those like those
Sure.
posture like images where it's like the line and then like the slightly less straight line.
Based on faces
Like,
alone, I can imagine this guy taking it based on his face, as opposed to the other guy having a giving like face, like this guy's like.
No, bald guy is top 1,000%.
Okay,
Go
okay.
for no chainsaw.
Jay Robinson, that color is not purple.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Sorry
That's
for
a
what?
lot more red than purple.
Our daddy taught us not to be ashamed of our dicks, especially since they're such good size and all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that. Your daddy gave you good advice.
It gets bigger when I pull on it.
Oh, that's where this is
Sometimes
from.
I'm pulling it so hard,
Scoot knows.
I rip the skin.
Oh,
Okay.
my daddy taught me
I've
a
seen
few things too,
Clip.
like
I've seen the rip skin clip.
how not to rip the skin by using someone else's mouth instead of your own hands.
Will you show me?
I'd be right happy to.
I knew that
Normal
face was going to get plucked. Oh.
Just sleeping on this AP.
I don't suppose they'd be fishing at this time of the day.
Not likely. They're probably settling in for the night.
Tain't likely.
What? Aren't they coming back here tonight?
Doubtful. When they take off for
I
a
like how
fishing
this
trip,
is
they're usually
neither
gone
guy's actual accent.
for about a week.
Yeah.
Hey, Tito, the gaming god says much love from a
week?
diaper wearer. We know
when
how
did
weird
they
our
leave on
fetish is
this
too,
trip?
but people were good sports about it. Yes,
Yeah.
Tito.
I
Cheers.
didn't know Tito was a diaper
Cheers,
wearer.
Tito.
Yeah. Thanks, Tito.
Typed up right now?
Are you diping right now? Diping, no wiping?
Couple
Yo,
of
we
nights
died,
ago, you better get
You
some
jelly?
shut-eye. The tour start at dawn.
Feeling like Bud,
I'm
the
not
worst
a
rhyme
morning
in the
person.
history of commercials.
You will be as long as you're a guest on my property. Everybody earns their keep here.
Great.
It's-
Up with the roosters.
I've always
huh?
found like the idea of like fetishizing a story to go with your sex. I guess a lot of people do this. I don't know, maybe. I don't often like if I'm jerking off, I'm not like concocting a narrative to it. I'm just like I'm having sex with this guy, right?
Although I do like
It's
when
not
like
I don't need to construct a story to justify
Yeah,
it, but apparently a lot of people are into that.
I mean,
where it's like the narrative exists, which is just so strange.
So like the earliest porn films were like sold as feature films, right? And even like even didn't Roger Ebert used to like review them?
Probably, yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, to some degree. Yeah, it's like I think there was always some sort of like short form porn, but yeah, a lot of it was just like actual
Because
movies, but penetration.
they'd still have theaters. They'd
Damn
still
it,
have
Haynes
theaters.
Code came in, ruined everything for us.
Whoa.
Thanks, Haynes.
Whoa.
Pee Wee Herman films.
Yeah.
Yep. Fixed a hay bed for you out there in the barn.
Man,
There's some
I
horse
love how
blankets in there.
charged with sex crimes, it's like Pee Wee
I need my
and
porn
Anthony
to be a
Weiner.
Charlie Kaufman-esque hard film in order to get off.
It is funny.
A Charlie-esque, Kaufman-esque art film?
Yeah, this is from RogerEbert.com. It's just like an article about how he used to review porn movies.
Oh, you know he was a perv.
Interesting.
You know he was a sick guy.
You know what really pisses me off is how the legacy of Roger Ebert is continued on his website from a variety of different critics posting from RogerEbert.com, and when
and
they
then the
quote
review
reviews
says-
on the DVD or on the poster, it's like a masterpiece, RogerEbert.com, and it's like
who is dead?
He's dead. Like he's not. It has nothing to do with Roger Ebert. It's just something. You might as well say Washington Post. Say the person's name who reviewed the movie.
Right.
That pisses me off a little. It's clearly just capitalizing on how he's the biggest name in film.
You know what's
criticism, I
crazy
guess.
to me too? I guess that Disney guy, Walt Disney, is dead too, and they're still releasing movies under his name. Bothers.
Yeah, they're tricking people into thinking that like Walt, like drew every one of the frames. of the movie.
He's not dead. He's frozen.
Cryo froze.
Let it go.
Frozen too.
For you to
And as
cover
soon
up.
as we figure out the cure for 17 stab wounds in the back, we're bringing him back.
Let's see, what's
Have you ever
this?
been walking down the street with your best bro, and while you're walking, you accidentally touch hands? You think to yourself, that was weird, but I'm not gay. You are.
I hope he wins the Oscar. You are. You are gay.
Calling me I'm gay?
Yes, you are. You are gay.
Yep. I just wanted to share that Stephen Yeun is calling you gay, and he is nominated for an Oscar now.
Stephen, you son of a bitch!
I understand
this
you've been asked
one-
to wear a mask.
That's
I don't know if you've seen this. This is just one video in the sea of people who record themselves being assholes about COVID and think that they're in the right. She
seen any of those?
Stuck out to me, and she wound up in my favorites list because of her voice, which is very funny in the way that she pronounces certain words. And also, she I like checked up on her Facebook after, and I was like, wow, she's like totally real.
I just want
her entire Facebook feed is like just her doing this sort of thing. But anyway, you'll hear.
I just want to point out that this is the person they have to secure the gym. Like this is
security.
Yeah,
when you hire someone for security, it's not a police officer; it's security.
And it's not a real gym; it's Planet Fitness.
Right.
To comply with this?
Correct.
Planet Fitness is a glorified pizza party.
They have signage here that says that you have to wear it while you're here. It's their rule. It's a state mandate.
There's an exception to the mandate while you're exercising that you do not have to wear a mask.
A mask.
City Midwestern accent.
Yep.
A mask.
Mandate.
A mandate.
That's if you're exercising in a public space.
I am exercising in a
This
public
is not
space.
a public space.
This pub is open to the public.
This is a privately owned
No, it's not.
institution.
No,
Yes, it
it's
is.
not.
Like one of the things that like confuses me so much about like the whole, how politicized the whole COVID thing is, and how like obviously it's just mostly conservatives doing this whole like I have to sneeze in your face at Target or else I'm unhappy sort of thing, right? And it's like what's so confusing about it is just like this is the group of people that is constantly about like businesses, private business rights, and then they show up then being like, "This is the public." It's like, what? No, like you're allowed, you should be allowed to do things if you're like. What happened to the whole gay wedding cake thing? Right? Like I thought that.
I was just going to say that
where like a business can do what they want, right? And so like especially now with like
can always do what they want except when it affects straight white people. Like rules are rules here. Come on, let's be
white
reasonable.
Women, Karens,
mostly white women.
Yeah,
mostly.
especially now with like the whole Texas thing where it's like the governor just said like, oh yeah, we're removing the mandate, but then every business immediately that day on Twitter was like, yeah, we're still enforcing masks in our store. And so there's so many people that show up being like, there's no mandate. It's like, yeah, but we're a personal business. Like,
we're a business.
We want to say that you're not allowed to enter our restaurant with sandals and a tank top.
Right.
We're allowed to say that, right? Like that's a business deciding.
They could
anyway.
They can deny you entry if you don't like wear a tie at some restaurants or if you wear a hat.
Exactly.
Whatever.
If I was a bakery,
a mask.
If I was a bakery that didn't like gay people, I would have like a business card when they came in, and I would hand them the business card. It would say, "Hey, I'll make your cake. I'll take your money. I don't agree with you getting married. Here's a bakery nearby that supports your beliefs. You should take your business there." I would just hand that to them. It'd be like a really nice.
Are
fuck
you an attorney
I'm
for this
sexist.
establishment?
Or homophobic.
Then how do you know that?
Are you an attorney?
Because that's how the mall is.
Are you an attorney? Yeah, they have attorneys also working security at the door.
He looks like
Well,
an
this
attorney to
isn't
me.
part of the mall. This is a facility, a private
he looks about as
corporation
much of an attorney
within
as
the
he does
mall.
a security guard.
I know he does not look like he could stop anybody
He looks
physically.
like a child.
Yeah,
It's like you shouldn't have either job.
He looks like a neat.
she's bigger than him, right?
Exception for
Well, she's also standing
she's
on
only
the.
4'8".
Okay.
She's standing on the treadmill too.
Oh, okay.
Can I get back
She's
to working
7'2".
out? Because you know what? I have the liberty in the United States of America
Oh my God.
to pursue,
America.
to be free.
The best would be if this was actually in Canada, and that's how wrong she was.
It's not. It's in like Minnesota or something.
Like
Do what I want
she's
to
in
do.
Ontario.
Right now,
Fargo.
I came here to work out. I didn't come here to get hassled by security.
If you're not going to comply with the facilities
He's
requests,
like-
you're
he's
going
so
to call
unhappy.
the police and
He's
have you
like,
removed.
please.
And really quick,
Might have the lowest tea I've ever seen.
policy is stated on the door. The Planet Fitness policy. Go take a look at it.
Go
it's
take a look
it's
at
posted
it.
on the front door. I took a picture of it, and what it requires is social distancing, hand sanitizing. It
Hand
mentions nothing
sanitizer.
about wearing a mask. So I asked
This might be Wisconsin. It's either Minnesota or Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked
sign on the door that says, please wear a mask.
Right, and it's stipulated.
This person should be the security guard. This dude could actually probably secure things.
The other guy, just don't. The other guy doesn't get a job. This guy does both.
This guy's too busy making fucking fat women sign up for year-long accounts that he gets 30% commission off of.
And that
He doesn't want to be
sign that's
schlepped
on the
job.
door is stipulated on the governor's mandate. Okay, not your company policy.
I love how she speaks, and I just want more videos from her. There were like a few in a row, and I was like so excited. But I don't know, maybe I just forgot, and she didn't become like as popular on Reddit as she was at flash in a pan moment, I guess.
So if you're going to reference, like I asked you earlier, if you're going to reference the company policy, then let me see it. Because up to right now, your policy says nothing about face masks.
There are signs. I don't feel comfortable reading.
Okay, I don't feel comfortable. I'm trying to work out. I don't feel comfortable being forced by a citizen.
This is like, okay, there's like one thing that really fucking bothers me about this is like it's so obviously, like no one's denying that it's conservatives doing this, right? Like you don't.
Yeah.
We are all aware that this is like exclusively conservatives doing this, right?
Pretending to do this, just like at the Capitol.
But like, I don't know, because like. There's a couple things that come to mind because like the whole mantra of conservatism is like we're tough, but it's like this is like literally one of the most basic things that one could do to like just be a part of society and not be a dick. It's like the amount that it inconveniences you is so insignificant compared to like every other thing that already exists in society, right? Like just having good hygiene in public, right?
So they don't like it.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Like, and especially with so much of it coming from America that loves to boast about like, you know, like we've won every war, like we're fighters, we win the wars. Like, well, you just fucking surrendered
The
to COVID,
Muslims
like,
hate us because we have freedom.
Literally, you just you're like, please, daddy, infect me. Like, it's just, I don't know.
Well, today, it was either today or yesterday, Rand Paul was digging into Fauci, and Fauci kind of struck back at him.
I want to see that.
You're defying everything we know about immunity by telling people to wear masks who've been vaccinated. No. Instead, you should be saying there is no science to say we're going to...
He's saying people who have already been infected or are vaccinated should not have to wear masks. That's what he's arguing
have
here.
A problem from the large number of people being vaccinated. You want to get rid of vaccine hesitancy? Tell them they can quit wearing their mask after they get the vaccine.
Here's
you want
my
people to get the
question,
vaccine?
though, is like, if we're going to err on the side of caution and be like, yes, it's possible that even wearing a mask or not wearing a mask for someone who's already vaccinated or has had COVID recently, it's possible that that might make zero difference. But while the information and the science isn't settled on that yet, and we're concerned about the people that are not vaccinated that are high risk, how is it such an inconvenience to you that you need to be a baby about it? Like, that's what I don't understand. Is like,
do it for a little longer, you fucking baby.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're a couple months away in the U.S. from like mass vaccination. Like the U.S. is like in the top 5 countries for the percentage of population being vaccinated right now. Like, not only is it so short of a time to be doing this longer, but also like literally just wearing a mask, what constitutes as a mask, especially for businesses, for them to allow you in, is literally just any kind of cloth covering. It doesn't even have to be high grade. Like, you can literally have something that's basically like fucking pantyhose. Like, it doesn't matter. They'll let you in. Just the fact that you're doing it to make some sort of like consideration or prevention for other people. I just don't understand why it's such a big deal to so many people. I don't understand why it's so politicized. Because there's no fucking way that they're actually this upset about wearing a mask.
No.
There's no way that like the action alone of breathing through a piece of cloth that doesn't restrict their breathing at all, there's no way that they're like actually upset about that. They wear scarves in winter. Don't pretend like these people don't wear scarves in winter. Don't pretend like these people like wouldn't wear it if it wasn't politicized, sort of thing, you know? Like, of course, I don't know.
Give them a reward instead of telling them that the nanny state's going to be there for 3 more years and you got to wear a mask forever. People don't want to hear it. There's no science.
3 years isn't
well,
forever.
Let me just state for the record that masks are not theater. masks
Also, where
are
did 3 years
protective,
come from?
and we
You have
ask people-
immunity there, theater. If you already have immunity, you're wearing a mask to give comfort to others. You're not wearing a mask because of any sign.
I totally disagree with you. The point I'm saying is that there are variants in now circulating. The point that Senator Paul was making was that if you look at wild type only, there is some clear-cut credence to what he's saying. But we are living right now in a situation where we're having a dominance of 117, which was the original UK. We have a very troublesome variant in New York City, a 526. We've got two variants.
Rand Paul is not smart enough to understand. I don't think he can understand this. Maybe Ron Paul would understand.
Here's the big fucking takeaway from this is like everybody pay attention to the past year and the upcoming year on how conservatives have handled COVID and think about that in the greater picture of what they're saying about environmentalism and global warming. Where it's like, oh, are we really going to allow them to say like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, why would we restrict our own personal freedoms and be slightly inconvenienced over doing anything about this global catastrophe when we already have like hard evidence happening in the now of how they're handling this shit? It's like, holy fuck. Yeah, you can't even consider it. You know, you have to just be aware of their bullshit at this point.
Yeah, and even like taking Rand's side of the argument is like, oh, if you've been vaccinated, you're just wearing a mask to make people feel better. Okay, is that so bad? Do that
literally
for a little while.
nothing.
What's your fucking problem?
Like, why are you a baby?
Every
Literally,
vaccine.
like, what's the big deal?
Like
Like,
the
wearing a
disconnect. The disconnect, like you said, between the we're tough party and the way they're acting, like can they not? Are they so? Is there such a lack of self-awareness?
I walked through like uphill through snow and blah blah blah, and I'm such a baby. I can't put a piece of carpet on my face.
You know, Rand Paul's father, Ron Paul, is actually an MD. He's a doctor of medicine. I wonder if he would say the same thing, if he would even have the same opinion.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's too old.
Like an eye doctor? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't even know what. Oh no, he was a gynecologist actually.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Pussy doctor.
Yeah.
In California, a 427, 429, and we have a number of others. So we're not dealing with a static situation of the same virus.
Okay, thank you, Fauci.
Yeah, it's legitimately frustrating.
It is.
It's legitimately frustrating because like you have these imaginary fantasies in your head over like, you know, there might be some polarization on political issues, but like if aliens invaded and, you know, we had to fight them, we'd all be like in line being like, let's stop the aliens. After this point, I'm not so sure. After COVID, I can't even say that that's the
aliens
case.
are fake.
There would be people just being fucking contrarians
Aliens
about
were
it being
made up by
just
the
like,
Democrats to hurt the president.
there's no way after that. Like, I don't believe that anymore. Like,
What's the point? What's the point of wearing a mask if the vaccine is 100% effective? What's the point?
There's people that are just pro-virus, I guess. Like whatever.
Well, the vaccine is not 100% effective. None of them are 100%, right?
Right.
So like that for that 10%.
And you need a large amount of the population to get it.
100% effective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the whole thing with the mask, even if like you were 100% not gonna get COVID from having the vaccine, the amount of people that would lie and say they had the vaccine when they didn't, because there's a ton of Americans that are that guy that gets bit by the zombie and doesn't tell everybody else in the group that he was bit by a fucking zombie.
Oh yeah. That's
This bite earlier. No. This isn't a zombie bite. No, I'm
Yeah,
good.
this is a regular
I think
bite,
the bigger
guys.
issue is that I mean, like the science isn't out yet on whether or not people who are immune to the virus can still transmit it. You know, like I guess the science is out that you are less likely to transmit it, but that still doesn't mean that that it's like such a small amount that it's insignificant that wearing a mask would be beneficial.
Yeah,
right?
I don't wear diapers because I'm going to shit my
just because you get
pants.
the vaccine doesn't mean that you should be hugging your grandma the next day, right?
Yeah.
Like without a mask.
And still use a condom. I'm not wearing diapers because I'm going to shit my pants.
Condom with your grandma.
I'm wearing diapers because I could shit my
not
pants.
100% effective.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
always
Diapers are
double
only
back.
99% effective at giving Scoot a boner.
Even if the vaccine was like 99% effective, you still need a big percentage of the general population to get it for it to even matter.
Yeah, that's what's going to be really fucking interesting over the next couple of months with the United States, because the infrastructure for delivering and producing and buying the vaccines is so incredibly efficient, and it's like the U.S. has been doing a great job right now, but they're not mandatory. So we're going to be seeing like how that plays into effect with how many Americans are being like, no, fuck no, Trump, you know. I don't want the vaccine, QAnon, something, right?
I say,
and how that plays out in terms of like what COVID numbers are in the U.S.
I say
that'll be really interesting.
I say once everyone who wants it has it. If you're left over when it's your turn and you still haven't got it, if there's another stimulus, you don't get it. And I think employers should have the right to lay you off if you're coming into work not vaccinated.
I think that the problem will essentially solve itself with businesses like airlines and concert venues being, obviously this is pretty much a given that they will require some proof of vaccination to be able to use their establishments, right?
You'd have
and so
to.
it depends on
I
like
don't
how
see
many
it going
businesses.
anyway,
Sorry.
I agree. Like you'd have to have some sort of
airlines
like
100% are going to do that.
vaccination passports, whatever.
Yeah, like that's 100% going to be a thing. And what's funny is like those are going to be determined by businesses themselves. There's not going to be a government regulation to do that. Businesses are going to decide to do that, and conservatives are going to argue against it despite being pro-business and anti-government. Like it's going to be one of those things where it's like, oh, what? I thought the free market was supposed to figure this out, right? Like if every airline says that you need a vaccine to enter their airline, doesn't that just mean that another airline can pop up and take this space where there's enough people that don't want to get a vaccine to use the airline? Like that's the dream that's sold, right? Like,
are you advocating for Parlor Air? Because
Yes.
I'm listening.
Cough the friendly
Parlor.
skies.
But yeah, like that and concert venues, I think will do a good job. And also vaccine acceptance is going to go up just with enough people that have friends or relatives that got the vaccine and didn't turn gay or autistic or zombie or whatever they think is going to happen.
I'm okay with autistic, but gay is an option too?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not getting it.
I'm getting it tomorrow.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting.
No.
I want a vaccine. Why can't I get one? So many people are evading vaccines, and I can't have one. What the hell, man?
I mean, like, I'm surprised at this point. Like, I mean, like, I know people in other states that have gotten it that are younger than me. So I'm like, why in this state am I not able to get it yet?
Yeah, because I think states are responsible for distribution.
Yes, they are.
Right?
They are. Yeah, and like people in New York and
so
California.
Everybody who wants a vaccine is supposed to be able to get one in BC by the end of July, is what we're told. I don't know if that's
Wow,
true. I'm
that's-
thinking between July and
that sounds
between
optimistic.
July and
It's been
September is what I'm thinking.
We're supposed to have vaccinations available for everybody in the United States by May 1st.
Yes.
Like May.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, you guys have been
6
going
months.
hard. So
Considering half of our country doesn't want one, that tells me I might get one.
It's like half of Republicans don't want to get it, so that's like a quarter of the country, or like Republican voting.
Yeah.
Voters.
what would be really fucking interesting is because of this political divide in terms of like COVID and taking vaccines, if we saw in like, let's say, I don't know, 2 months, 3 months, whatever, if there was like a map of like tiny little small conservative towns that were COVID hotspots and everywhere else was like normal, because that just might happen. It literally might just be like red state, COVID, everywhere else is fine.
Leper
and it's like,
colonies?
The only problem with that is
sure,
that
your
the only
freedom
problem
to be fucking sick.
Yeah, I mean the only problem with that is like there's no way to stop them from coming from the Republican areas to like the inner cities and infecting people
but
there.
if the inner cities are like highly vaccinated, then it, the
herd immunity should kick in.
I mean, it's not 100% like a good thing, but it's better than otherwise.
They are saying though that there's a lot of distrust, like the African American population doesn't trust the vaccine.
Yeah, remember the girl from Black Panther?
I didn't. Yeah,
she shared a video.
Wright?
Letitia Wright
Yeah.
shared a video of
She
some
deleted
guy.
her Twitter.
Yeah, it was because she
I
was
watched
like,
that fucking video. It was insane.
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy was
It
also
like,
anti-trans.
really fucking weird.
He was anti-trans,
Yeah,
anti-vax.
it was like this weird, like we're like super religious, but we're black YouTube channel sort of thing, and so it was like everything bigoted we say is like whatever. You can be a Hollywood celebrity like Letitia Wright and retweet it, and it's fine, up until it's COVID denying, I guess. But like, man, yeah, that was weird. And they had this like, yeah, it was so bizarre. They have their own app, and it's like heavily Christian. It's like super religious. And they were hosting it exclusively on that app because YouTube deleted it. And they were like pretending as if this was a part of like the cancel culture, like crusade. Like, you've got to download our app to fight the people who don't think that the COVID vaccine will turn you into a gay baby, I guess.
But I guess like a lot of what they said about Donald Trump and putting bleach in your veins, that was proven to not be true when Trump said that. So like,
what?
Hold on. I mean, it'll kill the virus, but it'll also kill you too.
I gotta go.
I gotta go.
No, it's psycho that our president was in a position to just riff on how bleach would be an option. Like, that's sick.
I think that's the reason why he lost. I think
Your president was the best stand-up comedian I've ever seen.
I don't know.
He's so
I'm still very, very fond of the George W. days. I think he was funnier to me.
The way he ducked that shoe.
They both
think
had
George
their
W. was
merits.
funnier.
He ducked that
Yeah.
shoe like a ninja.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The guy
So
who
smooth.
threw the shoe has a Twitter account now.
He went to prison.
Yeah, it's
for that.
it's what it's called. Is it called shoe? Is it called shoe on head? Is that on Twitter? Yeah.
Oof. Could you imagine throwing a shoe at the president and missing, and then making a Twitter account about being a failure, but people somehow support it? Yeah. I'm not pro George Bush.
If you nailed him, great.
Yeah.
Start your Twitter. But what are you hyping? That you're a bad.
Maybe
he might not be around to make a Twitter account if he actually hit him.
Maybe.
But what's crazy about that video, and I love it so much, of the shoe throwing, is how fucking fast his reflexes are.
That's
for
what
an
I'm
old
saying.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Like, George W.'s got some fucking.
I heard
skills.
he could bench press a ton of weight for how old and like kind of a small
He
guy
was a
he
male
was.
cheerleader. You never lose that.
I wanted to show Adam Trumpster Bob. I don't think he's ever seen Trumpster Bob.
It's so familiar, the name. I think maybe not. I think maybe I might have seen it, but yeah, play it anyway.
Hell yeah, it's me, Smokey. You know, discount JR experience.
Last time I was on, he had a different background, and it was like a fancy house, and we found it on Google Maps.
Yes.
Or not Google Maps.
Just wanted to call in and say what up. I really like your views, man. And like,
I love the mug.
People
I
are
feel
prank calling him all the time now. He put his phone number out there.
You as I get older. And what do you call, like, you have
Just
me Googling
willingly
a
said,
bunch of
"Please
shit,
troll me."
which I still haven't
Basically.
done a
Kind
lot
of.
of research on.
Knowing he was doing that, yes.
We've gotten in these crazy arguments with him. Scott has been here for a few of them.
We had a good one a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I seem to
got
remember him being like in the chat, like trying to get on.
Yes.
And like fishing for attention.
Yes.
He does that a lot.
sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure like what the character is.
He was messaging me last night trying to get me to do a butthole challenge.
Yeah, he does. He has this thing called the butthole challenge. Get this. He
this.
He wants to examine your butthole so he can decide whether or not you are gay. He is, of course, straight. Correct. And he just wants to make
this
sure.
This has to be like, come on, this seems so elaborate.
Last time we talked to him,
It really does.
right?
It really does. Like, I'm always on the fence. I'm like, does Bob know more than he's acting?
Yeah.
Or
It
is this really Bob?
I think there might be some people who just get off on lying and never being honest and just like, wanting to rape people.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he does, like, he is a pathological liar. He cannot go extreme without telling insane lies about his military service, about how he can't catch a virus, and how the government has made some sort of injections from his genes that cure COVID and AIDS. But it doesn't last long enough to mass produce.
Yeah, his pores are too small to catch a virus. I should play this.
Fucking war when fucking Rome was owned half of fucking England, right? And they had the wall built, right? They built the wall.
Yeah.
They had the guards on the wall with the fucking little pussy skirts on and all that shit.
Yeah.
And if I came up to you as the Irish fucking leader, and I said, motherfucking Billy, you go be a guard on that wall if we could kill one of them motherfuckers so that we could sneak our army past this fucking wall, you'd be the other guy, the other Billy. That said, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. And I would ask you, why do you want to do it? You would say, because I've never had a 14-inch fucking dick at my ass before, and I really want a 14-inch dick at my fucking ass.
Now, he always takes it there too. That's any conversation.
Very quickly. Kind of the first
like it.
Can you imagine wanting a 14-inch dick up your ass and then how hard that probably actually would be to make happen? Like, how many people out there have 14-inch
Depends how
dicks?
thick it is. That's just length, right?
Skinny.
The circumference is.
Yeah.
If there's no girth and all length, it's like getting a colonoscopy or something
I don't
like
need
that.
somebody to fucking put spaghetti in my
How
butthole.
flaccid?
You snaking me.
I need more details about this penis.
Yeah.
Bob also has a proclivity to phoning the public phone lines for various politicians and government agencies, and typically his first question to the poor person who's manning the phones is, "What's the biggest dick you've ever sucked?"
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Like, this is like
That would be
weird,
your
Bob.
That would be your fucking answer.
This is like strange conversation.
But motherfucker, you know, and I know, and everybody that knows you and your faggot ass butt buddy Ben, pussy piece of shit motherfucker. If a motherfucker offers both of you an 18-inch fucking
18-inch now, 18 inches.
Keeps
you know
well,
Gets bigger when I
I
pull
have
on
to
it.
say the reason why is because he brought me into it. The 14-inch dick turned into the 18-inch.
Yeah, he knew I could only handle a 14er, but then when it was me and
Just
Ben,
say you added 4 inches to the mix.
I did. Like, you know.
no, but Bob tells the classic big fish stories, but instead of a fish, they're dicks.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton's Big Dick.
Yeah.
2003.
Oh god.
Man, people said that movie was good, and
it's not.
That movie
boring.
is like legit cursed,
sense.
though. I watched that movie with my dad, and we cried like babies. I watched it with my cousin. He cried like a baby, then tried to fight me. Like, Big Fish is weird. There's multiple people that were on set of that like went crazy or did suicide stuff. It's like the story behind that movie.
Suicide Squad.
No way, man.
I think you're thinking
Big Fish. Big Fish is packed with weird stuff.
Oh yeah,
I believe so.
Okay.
I believe.
I think he's lying.
No, not me.
Fucking cat.
The way you describe penises, it seems like you have a real flair for big, thick dicks, right? The way you talk about them, like you're constantly adding length and girth.
I'm got fucking knowledge, and I know how to please women, and I know them women's is good, but your motherfucking ass is blowed the fuck out. I ain't
Bob,
gotta be.
Why don't you do streams? Why don't you do streams with some of the girls that you hang out with? Why don't you do streams with some of the girls you fuck, Bob?
Billy, you're mad as fuck.
Why?
And all you gay
So
boys,
Yeah.
You're
mad
angry.
as fuck.
You're crazy.
Not
Why am I
only
angry,
because I
Bob?
came up with a Trunken audio challenge, but I come out with a fucking dunking machine idea. But because I fucking knows you fucking queers.
You knows I'm fucking queers.
Oh God. Forever.
I've always found the psychology behind that interesting, and people do that all the time. Of like you see that in the Wojak memes of like the mad face behind like the neutral face, trying to be like, you're acting like you're being normal right now, but you're actually mad. Just this like incessant need from human beings who are in arguments with others to be like, you're upset. No, you're upset. And I've always found that just so weird, because it's like, so what if someone's like a little mad? Does that mean they're wrong? Like, what does that mean? Like, even if someone is a little mad, like, I get it. Like, there's this societal expectation to be embarrassed about being mad and to like pretend you're not, sort of thing.
Whoever
like,
raises their voice,
I just don't understand. It's just, it's everywhere, and it's weird. I don't understand.
That's a classic troll tactic too. You know, like if you respond to a troll, they go, "Oh, why are you mad? Are you mad?"
I'm always proud of myself when I feel any level of emotion.
Why are you crying? You're crying.
I get this thing where it's like, I mean, like, I don't know. It might just be from like audience size or something, but like, I feel like if I don't respond to someone, somebody will be like, oh, he's so mad he didn't respond. And then if I do respond to somebody and I'm like, okay, this is why this is bullshit, they're like, oh, he's so mad he responded.
Yep.
You can't,
it's almost like
always going to resort to he's mad because response or lack of response, or no matter how he responded. But it's I don't know. When you're typing behind a keyboard, you can be as like analytical and neutral as possible, never typing in capital letters, never throwing insults, but just disagreeing with somebody, and that'll be interpreted as they're just so mad.
Yeah.
Because it's like the text alone allows so much room for interpretation that whatever they imagine, I guess, is their reality.
They can imagine the tone of your statement however they want.
Yeah.
So
that's why I only ever do things that I want to do.
Pop locking for Jesus Christ.
What's up, fool?
Love it, man.
We love you, God. We love you, God.
Do it for Jesus Christ. Put on salvation.
I had forgotten that the music in the background is from Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh yeah.
I have
I have
used this. I have used this as wrestling entrance music before. Me and Ricky came out to this.
Yep, breaking faces.
And yes, I've seen the movie, and yes, it's amazing.
V Infuso. What's up, V? V thinks you sound mad, Adam.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think you sound kind of mad, Adam.
That's my secret, Captain.
Helmet. I take the sword of the Spirit, which is the sword of God. So put on the sword of God. Jesus Christ!
Jesus Christ!
I love you, God! I'm true! Jesus Christ!
I love the music too. Thank you for telling me what it's from.
Oh, the Breakin' 2 soundtrack? Mwah. It slaps.
Yeah, definitely have to
We love you, God! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ!
He said shield, but it sounded like shit.
Yeah.
Shield. The sword and shield.
See, this is a person that it's like, it's very amusing. It's very funny. I love it. The way he says, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
So strange. But this is the type of person that makes me think, like, you don't want to completely eliminate religion, because this man needs this, or else he'd be killing people. Like, the religion is the only reason he's popping and locking right now. Otherwise, he'd be literally like killing and
Packing
raping.
and glocking.
This is why you need religion in some cases. You can't just eliminate it entirely, because some people like legitimately need
What
it.
about if religion? Let's say religion was eliminated entirely. Couldn't we focus on things that actually benefited us as a society, and then it would be utopia? Like, wouldn't he be fine then in a utopia?
But this guy would be killing people.
Not in a utopia. He'd be too busy doing whatever else that he was this excited about, like farming gerbils or something. Yeah, cotton candy factory.
You know what? I just realized something. I'm gonna say.
So I don't know. We could just like keep it so that religion is only for crazy people. Oh wait, it already is.
Oh,
yeah, Bazinga.
Yeah, but in some cases, the crazy people use it to do awful things to justify them, and then others, they're like this.
I think if we didn't have like the doctrine of religion saying that you have to hide your crazy and put your crazy in God to protect you, they could actually go get help for their crazy because they wouldn't think that praying would fix it.
Religion in of itself doesn't give you a moral guidance, and it's kind of irrelevant.
No, it kind of gives you
the money that people give to the Catholic Church and put that toward mental health.
How about we just take the money that
taxed any church?
What if we taxed one church?
How about
what if we taxed a church?
Let's
That
just
would be a
take the
fucking
money,
start. Jesus
the money
Christ.
that the Catholic Church spends to cover up all the bad stuff they do, and make them pay that much money towards mental health as well.
By the way, King Cobra shaved his head and now he's bald.
What?
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Get out of here.
Let's see this monstrosity called a dome.
Head of hair.
Let's.
King COVID, looking nice, tubes.
Oh no!
This is the old house.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, this isn't. So this must have happened a while ago.
Yeah.
My bad. Someone said this to me, and
actually,
they were like,
you know what, Ben? We're both wrong. David Cross moved into Cobb's old house.
"Yeah, this must be old." He actually looks younger too. He ages like 5 years every year.
This is like his face has seen less shit.
This is probably when he was still getting laid.
No.
I bet you this is what made his girlfriend leave him.
This is before the dry spell.
Yeah.
So,
Pre-dry spell.
Yeah,
times.
I thought it was something new. I was wrong. I'm going back to Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ!
Of the devil. Put on salvation as your helmet and take the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God. Jesus Christ. So put on the armor.
I have my cholo shorts on right now.
Jesus Christ!
I do. I have a pair of red cholo shorts. You know, the Dickies that like go down like halfway past, like halfway down your shins.
The sticky icky dickies.
Yeah.
What, socks pulled all the way up?
Not right now, but I've done that before.
God, Jesus Christ. We love you, God. So we do it for God. Jesus Christ.
You can tell that it like legitimately saved him though. Like he's been in prison for sure. Right? Like this was his out.
This looks like a bunch of people I knew when I lived in Albuquerque. Like a bunch. Yeah.
But like, wouldn't his life be better if he was just this enthusiastic about something like Pokemon instead? You're like,
No, because
Pikachu!
you've seen what it did to you.
Do you think he could dance like this for Pokemon?
Yes.
No.
He starts each one holding the Bible, and then 30 seconds in remembers that he can't read and puts it down, and then just starts.
Away.
Jesus Christ!
Christ!
Donald Trump don't trust China. China is asshole.
Oh.
China is asshole.
Love it.
Is there a man behind him standing on a pole, like just kicking it on a pole?
Oh yeah.
What?
Good eye.
He's just chilling on a pole, like no big deal.
They're very agile.
Have you ever seen that weird potty training, like Japanese cartoon potty training video?
More diapers?
It sounds very familiar and very old internet. This might Oh yeah, this is nostalgic for me for sure.
お腹がムズムズする。ムズムズした時なんだ。
This is Scott's origin story.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I know this.
Even the toilet is alive.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
No.
And they sing a bathroom song.
What's the toilet's face doing behind him right now?
Eating.
Is that what a bidet is? The toilet's tongue licking you clean?
Yeah, a bidet is a rim job from a toilet.
Oh, it's going down the shitter now.
I sent a link to another thing it reminded me of.
Did they draw his little Tiger Pete in that last picture?
I don't know. Oh shit!
Oh no! My
Why
is
is there
dancing inside me?
Why is his butt dreaming of bratwurst?
It's just drinking kombucha.
Could you imagine if every time you took a shit, your parents were singing and dancing? Right
Don't
next
have to imagine. When they
What do
stopped
you
doing that,
mean,
their marriage went to shit.
How else do you shit, smart ass?
Yeah.
You did it! Stop touching my asshole, Dad. You only got another year before it's weird.
There's a short window for that.
Yeah.
Put it there.
You got about 11 months of becoming aware that your parents are wiping their ass to them having to stop wiping your ass.
Mom, Dad, touch my butt.
Yeah. Did you guys have like a
Pansamon!
Did you guys have a mantra for when your parents had to come wipe your butt?
I don't remember that.
A mantra?
Yeah, like something. I would go, Mommy, wipe me, and then she'd have to run in and wipe my ass.
I believe mine was. See now.
I said Marco.
What was it? Me or my sister? No, I think it was me. I believe mine was "Mommy, I'm ready."
Do you guys seriously remember that? I have no idea.
I remember.
If I had a mantra, I don't know.
Yeah,
I remember
with you
calling
there.
from, and then
I've repressed most of my
my
childhood.
mom was like,
Say,
okay,
it's interesting which of us have repressed childhood
wipe your
memories
own
and which
ass.
don't.
Yeah. My mom said, okay, it's time for you to start wiping your own ass, and I was like, oh no, why?
Oh shit! This sounds like a hassle.
Have
Give
you
me
ever
one more year.
Have you ever seen this?
Okay, hold on. Where does it hurt?
My stomach. ちゃんと痛いけど痛い。
救急車を呼んでもらったからといって安心はできません。
sketch that they
しっか
never
り
made.
と自分の状態を相手に伝えましょ
What's
う。
the skillful Abbott?
I don't. Pilo.
Of diarrhea.
私はひどい下痢です。
Have a bad case of diarrhea.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.
Yes!
Ramiel knows.
Choreography.
I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of
肩に手を乗せ I have クロスして A bad case お腹をさすって of diarrhea
A very useful
have a
skill
bad
when
case
traveling in America and you're not used to their portion sizes and
Right.
terrible food.
ジェスチャーを
You
し
gotta
たよう
prepare
で
you
す
for your trip to
Yeah,
the U.S.
Is diarrhea enough of an issue that this needed to be made? But I guess it is.
Yes.
I should have never had that mac
If
and
you're
cheese
eating
at the
American
buffet.
food for the first time,
Yeah,
you're
it's
gonna
true.
need to know
It's
this.
true.
She just ate Jack in the Box.
She called an
before this
ambulance.
You're
happened.
gonna need to know the dance.
There's another one where like they're talking about like asking a man out on a date, and they say it over and over again. It's like, do you have plans for tonight? Something like
感情を
that.
込
It's
めてやってみ
hilarious.
ましょう
I have a bad case
One
of
sucky.
diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea. I have a bad case of diarrhea.
See, I need the opposite of this, where they're telling me how to say it in their language for learning their language. What is this, Korean?
This is Japanese.
Japanese? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to learn Japanese.
I do plan to go to Japan and shit myself, so I'm gonna need the reverse
Yeah,
of this.
I need them singing in Japanese so that I can remember. Because I can remember this, but I also know English, so it's very easy to remember this.
That's true. It is easier to remember things in your own language.
Yeah, but if they were like whatever it is, like I don't know, like can they sing like how do you say that I have a bad case of diarrhea in Japanese? Can we make a song out of that so I can learn? Yeah.
Pilo the Skillful Abbot.
Pilo the Skillful Abbot.
The Skillful Abbot.
Pilo or Kalo?
Maybe.
やだ。
They're
道に迷っちゃったみたい。
Oh, it's all weird. Hopefully it clears up. There you go.
It's keyframe.
Oh, at least he's wearing a mask.
Shut up!
You're wearing it wrong.
Alright, sort of is.
You're wearing your mask wrong, dude.
That's one of the guys from the earlier video with the bad masking.
Yeah.
Word.
At least he's not wearing a suit.
True.
No.
Help
Take
rape?
anything you want.
Take anything you want. Take anything you want. Take anything you want. Do, 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 do. Anything you
脇を
want.
締めて take
Take
開いて
anything you want.
最後 you want で
Adam, to catch you up to speed, this is to help you not get raped when you get mugged.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was if you're applying to be a masseuse.
Also
Oh my
that.
god.
Too soon.
This
Little
is
soon, but
know.
alright.
Isn't that fucking weird though? No, like seriously, like who was it? Andy No, who's on Twitter being like, I looked into these massage parlors, and some of them were offering sexual failures.
brothels.
Sorry, sexual favors based on their sexual failures.
Yeah.
Based on their website. But it's like, yeah, that doesn't mean that they needed to be killed.
who
Right.
cares?
A lot of them are trafficked
find
too.
them
A lot of them.
immoral. Like what's this weird justification? you know?
Exactly.
And
People
also
were
that
murdered.
fucking, what was he, like the constable, like the police chief or something? Like the first thing he says to the media was like, he had a bad day. Like that shouldn't be a part of the story. You shouldn't
Well,
say
you
that.
had a bad
That's
day.
not something that's relevant here.
He was a big Daniel Powter fan. And he had a
Yeah.
bad...
You had a bad
All
day.
right, well.
The thing he should have said
You
was,
had a sexual failure.
I'm sorry to
You
all
know,
the families.
this
that-
wouldn't have went down in a system where prostitution was just legal because it'd be done in like a secure location.
Yeah, brothel.
Yeah.
That guy still might have found reasons to murder, though.
Yeah, I don't know. The story that I've heard, which might be wrong now, maybe they learned more stuff, but he was like a regular patron of those places, right? And he was like trying to not be tempted by it anymore. I don't know.
Logical. Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Oh, no,
yeah.
he's crazy. Crazy. Yeah,
It's kind of my theory of the reverse suicide.
he should have gotten therapy if he wanted to kill, but also
Man.
he shouldn't have been demonized for like wanting to go to a brothel, and these massage parlors shouldn't exist because they have to they're an illegal operation. A lot of the people there are trafficked, and they're forced to pretend like it's a massage parlor to like it's like a weird loophole. Those places are all over. You know, they're everywhere. They're all over the country.
I'm
in
not
every
aware.
city.
Adam, they're everywhere.
I mean, the owner
Okay.
of the New England Patriots got busted at one.
Oh, yeah?
After he won the
and
Super
the
Bowl.
owner of that one has pictures
Hella
standing next to
busted.
Donald Trump,
Yeah.
right?
Busted all over the place.
But yeah, it's
That was disgusting.
it's pretty horrible. Like just watching this video right now and seeing that this had to be made and have girls dance about take anything you want because it's a legitimate worry that you're gonna get mugged and it's just all bad. This is all sad.
People are saying it was
Yeah.
racism why he did it. It could have been, but I think he was going to these places. I think there's evidence to suggest that he used to go to them.
I don't want to
I
argue
think
either
he
way.
was just incredibly religious.
I don't. He
Yeah,
was.
I think it's Christian guilt.
He was a murderer
Yeah.
and a sick, and I hope that he never sees the light of day.
I don't know. Like there aren't a lot of non-religious people who will kill people over being sexually repressed or something, right?
Yeah, it's a pretty small.
That's not really a thing outside of the religious community. Is murdering people because sex bad or something, right?
I maybe.
don't know.
Yeah. I don't want to blame it on religious
Pretty
people.
sure his father was like a preacher or something. I forget where I
Oh,
got this
I'm
information.
sure his parents
Yeah.
were
His
complete
parents turned
pieces
him
of
in.
shit too. Good, but that's not good enough.
Snitches get stitches. That guy's parents.
So normally we do a post show, but I think instead of just doing the post show, we'll just stream a little longer here before we wrap up.
We're already almost at the 3-hour mark on the main show.
Yeah, his friends described him as a super Christian.
Was there evidence that he was going to these places though? Because I thought there was
I don't know. I
like
didn't hear about
security
that.
video footage of him like leaving the place before. I don't know.
Maybe scoping it out. I don't know. You would have to fill me in on that one.
Let's see.
I'm not aware.
Maybe.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that.
Redo.
Guys, let you know what? Let's start again. Let's go back to page 1 of the script and try it over. We can't have gaps like this.
We were IRL streaming and we had to reshoot a scene a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
We had.
Oh, so you're a phony.
Well, yeah, that was the unfortunate.
Because people
truth.
always say it's fake no matter what you do. There's always people
So
in
you
the
might as
chat
well
that
do
are
it
like
fake.
fake.
They said fake, and then so we started like redoing moments of reality. So okay, take 2, and we redo reality real quick. Reset. It was very funny gag.
I like redoing reality.
Yeah, it was a very funny gag to tell all the people at home that we were not faking things. But it's whatever, man. Like, I miss IRL streaming, but
I loved one of the things I've laughed the hardest at was the Toby stream. Him and Joe tried to pick up this big dude that was totally like limp, passed
covered
out.
in puke.
Yeah, named Toby, and all he wanted to do was lay on the sidewalk face down. But his friend, who was like a little guy who couldn't have helped him like walk or anything, was just like standing there like, what do we do? And they call an Uber and they try to pick him up and get him into this Uber, and he can't like.
And then finally we
it's
give
one of the
up on
funniest
him.
things ever.
We give up on him. We come back. We see the fucker sitting up like he was just no selling us the whole time.
You were faking for attention.
Toby!
I would IRL stream if I lived in the U.S. and I wasn't as raped by telecom companies for my bandwidth.
God, I bet, yeah.
Yeah.
It's really there aren't a lot of IRL streamers in Canada.
Yeah, you can IRL stream from your house.
I
on
did
your own Wi-Fi.
I did
That's
IRL streams when I was in Canada. Like not the last time, but the time
but you
before
had like
last.
a US.
What did that
Yes.
cost you? $1 million?
Nope. No, it just goes with my
No, 'cause
normal
you
plan.
have roaming in the U.S. that gives you a package
Yep.
based on U.S. pricing instead.
Yep.
Must be nice.
Like our roaming into the U.S. is like way more expensive than just a regular package in the U.S. that you could buy.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember there was some kind of internet-related law that was passed in Canada like 15 years ago or something, maybe 10.
We have some of the most expensive cell phone plans like in the world, pound for pound.
Yeah, like the most. We're paying more for our service than any other Western country. That's for sure.
Is it like
and getting worse service for it?
Is Rogers and Telus? Those are like the two main ones, right?
There's a big 3.
Rogers, Telus, Bell.
Rogers, Telus, Bell.
Okay.
Rogers just bought Shaw, so Shaw was like one of the few competitors for internet services, and yeah, it's an oligopoly, and the Liberal government is not giving a shit because they're neoliberal. So whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed Rogers is just like a huge telecommunications company. Like they do TV, like cable. So they're like home internet and the cell phone company, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like Verizon.
As is Bell. All of them are. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's few competition, pre-existing lines. Yeah, really not that much you can do if you're a Canadian wanting to get good service and not pay as much.
Do you as far as home internet goes though, is that better?
I have fiber now. It took us a while to get fiber. I highly doubt if I wasn't living like in Vancouver that I'd be able to get it. But yeah, I mean, I'd be paying a lot less for the same service in the US and 100% for my phone. Like the phone pricing and service thing. is probably a bigger gap than the home internet service and pricing.
I can't even get fiber at this point, which is weird.
Yeah,
there's Microsoft.
That's weird because you live basically Seattle, so
Yeah, I'm right next to Microsoft. Microsoft is like north of here, and
Are you sure
You know
though?
what?
Because like last
I
time you were
bet
having
Microsoft
internet
has
issues,
fiber.
I told you to check another provider. Like you're saying you've checked other providers and nobody's offering fiber right now.
the fiber company is Ziply here, and they're called Ziply, and I put in my address, and it could not verify that fiber was available here. So,
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, give it a couple of years, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's as far as cell phone providers go, I don't think there's a single cell phone provider in Canada that offers unlimited data. I don't think that's a thing here.
I don't think there is. I think the big ones are
You
20.
can pay you can pay like $200 a month for 20 gig or some shit, like some stupid bullshit. Yeah, it's actually awful. But seeing as how I never leave the house, whatever, I'm on my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm going to read some of our
we should do
Streamlabs.
that. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
While Ben
Super
goes to
chats.
the bathroom, let's see. Fixed Soul gave us some love. Ramiel 117 says, "Somebody wipe my ass!" Yelled at a hometown buffet. That was Ramiel's mantra. That's nice. Vuzo saying that Adam sounds mad. Wow. V. The baby cheese.
I'm so mad.
So mad.
Why you mad, Adam? Hey, why you so mad?
Wow.
I'm always mad.
The baby cheese.
I'm base level mad.
And also my fursona is mad.
It's true.
Oh.
I didn't even ask for that. Just people kept drawing me mad because of my YouTube shit. And so now it's a part of my persona.
Because you were mad.
Yeah. Like, oh, that must be what he wants as his furry character is just
I mean,
mad.
if it wasn't, you shouldn't have been so mad all the time.
Wow.
True.
I don't think I've ever seen you mad, Adam. Like I can't think of any moment where you lost your composure.
I've never seen you not mad.
Oh, damn. Maybe I don't know what mad looks like.
Maybe you have trouble picking up on facial cues and like making eye contact.
I think
sounds like
something
me.
along those lines.
Realizing
If only there was some
and
sort of
maybe-
like medical diagnosis for such a thing. I'm not sure that exists though.
No, one day maybe, but not today.
The Bebe Cheese says, "Bring Bob on to voice chat for the show because I want to talk to him, and most importantly, me. Ben in voice chat. Love you, Billy. Bet you wants a voice chat. Hi, baby. Mr. Captain Snacks. I just want to say poop, 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 or as I like to say, Judas did nothing wrong. Wow, I can't believe you would say that, Mr. Captain Snacks. But thank you for the love. DSV Flood said this is reminding me of how the voice actor from Yu-Gi-Oh voice acted in a ton of hentai. Look up Cluck Like a Chicken for some laughs.
Oh, really?
Awesome.
Okay.
Twilight City Studios says, "Hey Adam, I'm a fan of your reviews, and I also make low budget films and videos. It'd be awesome if you checked out some of my films and videos." To Twilight
I
City
cannot
Studios.
promise such a thing. There
Put it on the
are
watch
too many
list.
things. You know, sometimes I get emails from film students asking me to help them on their thesis, and I'm like, no.
Nah.
Right? Like, there's too many things that people send me of like either asking me for help on something or for me to like validate something that they've made, and it's like, I don't know, why don't you make something professional and then I'll find it just by it being good enough that I would find it anyway.
Adam,
Right?
could you draw
Otherwise,
me?
I don't have the time.
Could you draw me like one of your French girls?
I don't draw, but I can yell at you like a French girl.
Thank you.
I'm good at that.
Hold on. In this scenario, which of you is the French girl?
I don't know. I'm happy with either. Benjamin's back. Bebe Cheese says, "Billy and Ben, what makes you too happy without fail when you're sad? I'm not feeling so great. Just a little plea for help from my heroes." Bebe Cheese, I
It got
eat when I'm
serious.
sad.
Yeah.
Good move.
Cookies.
What makes you happy, Ben? What makes you happy?
Nothing.
Shit.
Opiates?
Yeah.
I think it's opiates.
Yeah. Look in the mirror and do a staring contest for yourself. That always helps me when I'm sad.
You'll always win and lose.
Yeah, but depending on how you think of it, you'll always win.
You'll learn if you're an optimist.
Or an optometrist.
Or an optometrist, because it's about looking.
Oh. The Locust God give us that big love. Tito, the gaming god. What diaper wearer Tito, thank you again. Vanessa Barbie, poop, 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 thank you. Faye Tan, thank you for the dad joke commentary. And hey, Muchas gave us big love.
Faye Tan.
Yes. Dustin Moser said, "Hey Scoot, y'all see my message? Y'all see my message? Fuck you! I'm going to police cop chokehold your ass." Damn.
Oh
Dustin.
shit.
Damn.
I saw, man. I saw it, and I showed it on my phone, and I just kept saying it, and there was no act 2.
Damn. DSB Flood said Adam should play the first 2 Deus Ex games. They allow you to murder children, so I know he will love them.
Yo, Adam, you put
I
those
saw
Deus
that
Ex
message,
games?
and I wrote that in my list of games because I'm like, any games I can murder children sounds like a game I want to play.
It's a fun game.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yeah,
Dwight
I like
Langston.
Deus Ex Human Revelation. But
Dwight Langston, again, thank you
played
for
the
speaking
original.
your truth. I hope you go to HR about Dusty the Cockatiel. And also, Bebe Cheese says, I got drunk, ended up puking, spilled wine all over my socks. It sucks. Poop, 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 poop.
Poop, 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 poop.
I love Drunken Peasants.
just wine on the socks.
A little wine on the socks.
Interesting.
Dankeschön. That catches us up with all the dodos today.
Dodos.
Thank you guys for showing love and support as always. I don't know what else you want to do right now. Play spin the bottle, grab ass. What's on the agenda?
We'll
Take
probably
off our
wrap up.
shirts.
We'll probably wrap up here.
I was gonna
right?
show you something like weird I was doing the other day.
Okay.
I brought my hair up like
Oh,
this.
wow,
It looks
what?
like it. Look, it looks like you can see what I look like with short hair now.
Oh wow!
I'm like a real Twitch streamer.
Is that Repsion?
Oh my god.
I am Mr. Repsion.
You do look like Repsion a little bit.
god.
Oh
I
no!
think I hate. I'm pretty sure. Let me give me a second. Yeah, I hate it.
Oh no!
Yeah, I hate it.
Oh no, I really hate it. Oh, you found a way for me to hate it more.
My last haircut was January 2020.
How about if I put my whole beard in my mouth?
Oh,
What?
That's
that's a pretty cool trick.
yeah.
Is that a good look? Should I do that all the time?
parlor trick?
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna make the audio for our streams tricky, but I can make it work.
Oh.
If you just keep it at that length, you can trim it with your teeth.
I can, like I do. It works on my nails.
Scott, do you ever put flavoring in your beard so you got a little snack to suck on?
I use Cinco brand candy tails. So I
Yes,
just
that's
dunk-
exactly what I was thinking of.
I just dunk the beard in maybe a cherry flavored sticky syrup, maybe a chocolate, and then just suck
It's like
on
an
it.
extension made from real horse tails.
Yeah, it's very good.
But you extend it on your beard.
Indubitably.
Yeah, I got my beard extended.
Indubitably. I'm going to piss.
Oh, okay.
Should I go now?
All over.
I thought we were just gonna wrap.
Well, yeah. Should we wrap so I
Yeah,
could
yeah.
go urinate, or
Yes.
should we hang?
For the love of God, let's let Billy piss.
Thank God, I was holding it, and now my
thought you
teeth
were
are starting
diked
to
up.
float.
No, he's a liar. He's faking the funk when it comes to
All right.
dipes.
I'm not
Go ahead and
diped
go.
up. I did lie.
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. I'm still pissing myself right now.
Go
though.
ahead. You can go.
Thank you guys, Scott, Adam. You guys have anything you want to say before we go? Well, I go pee.
Go for it.
You first, Scoot.
All right. Send me some money at paypal.me/NotScottHenson, at NotScottHenson on the tweets. Listen to the Worst Year of Our Lives podcast. And I don't know, Adam and I stream all day every Sunday on twitch.tv/AdamPlays. So if you ain't tired of us yet, fucking come on Sunday. There you go.
Yep. Send Scoot some money at paypal.me/NotScottHenson. We stream every Sunday at twitch.tv/AdamPlays. Adum plays, but when you say it, you should probably spell it out because it's different than how it sounds. It's ADUMPLAZE or Z if you're Canadian. 2 different letters on your keyboard.
Yeah.
Not really. I do movie reviews, YMS. You'll find my Kimba review. I destroyed the Kimba crowd with facts and logic.
The jury's still out. I'm still on
Unkindness. Look up. I made a music video for a song called Anything. Yeah, gaming, music, movie shit, all over the place. And that's about it.
Yeah, guys.
Captain.
That's all the things.
Thanks for being on tonight.
But I'd like to personally thank Adam for being on the show. Billy didn't. I don't know why.
I don't know.
No, it's.
Good night, everybody.
Oh, that's the music.
Good night.
In the beginning, there was nothing. And then there was the Drunken Peasants Podcast.
Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. From the strangest corners of the internet, gonna get TP'd by Billy and Ben. You know where you can find them at. Get ready cause they're gonna kick your Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants. Drunken Peasants.